She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. LakeyshaKeysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. LakeyshaKeysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
Hey guys, how is everybody doing? Hopefully y'all are doing great. I wanted to jump on here because I got a lot of requests to go live to discuss this situation with the YouTuber Anton Daniels. And hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody on Facebook, both of my YouTube channels, Twitch and Kick. Guys, thank you for joining. So as I originally stated that people wanted to go live and kind of wanted to talk about this. Now, if this is your first time watching this video, because perhaps, well, watching this live, obviously, but if you guys have not saw my previous video, I had ran across a page by a YouTuber named of Anton Daniels. I wasn't really, how can I explain it? I wasn't really agreeing with a lot of the things that he said, but I wanted to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, because we all have our own opinions, right? So what I decided to do, because I didn't want to draw judgment, and I said, I don't know why, but this guy is giving me a vibe that he does not like women, particularly Black women. Then after watching his content, I was like, do this dude even like Black people? So I'm just thinking all of this stuff. So I said, you know what, let me just go check out some more of his content because maybe I'm tripping, right? So when I went to, you know, check out this guy's content, I began to find more and more videos where he wasn't disrespecting Black women. It was more so a hatred toward Black women. So I was just wondering, I said, wow, you know, this guy is actually out here, you know, with this kind of hate. It just didn't make any sense. So that is how I originally did the video. Now, I think I did about 3 videos on him, but this was one of the ones that I did, and I'm going to play that clip.
Get the out of here. I'm sick of these hoes, man. I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up on here and think that they can say to me. What the f are you talking about? I hate you hoes. I hate these.
This is like being married to Anton Daniels. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry.
Now that is his wife. Somebody sent me that clip, but they were also asking me had I saw the clip, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about because I had just recently stumbled upon his channel. Now I cannot tell you guys who his wife is doing the interview with, but I can tell you that that is in fact his wife. Because I found her Instagram page. The only difference about his wife now is she has a short haircut. As you guys can see, if you were to look at the faces, they are the exact same face. I know some people were saying in the chat, saying it didn't look like his wife. This is in fact his wife. She has the exact same face. The only difference on this video, y'all, is if I bring it. I'm sorry. If I bring this clip up right here,
Being married to Anton.
the only difference is his wife has a different hairstyle. So I, was able to find her Instagram, and this is definitely her. Y'all know how, we switch up our hair. So this is his wife. Why she's saying that she believe that this man is capable of offing somebody and that he gets so angry that he's a different person is absolutely crazy. Is crazy to me. So I don't know why she would say that, but like I said, somebody had sent me the actual the actual what am I saying? The actual video. Now, I know they've been watching my videos because I just went to her Instagram page and it says this page is private. So now all of a sudden her page is private. So I know, her husband, they've been watching my videos. Hey, it is what it is. But this is her. This is her right here. She's made her page private. So I'm sure her husband has told her to make her page private. I mean, if you look at her face, I mean, obviously she has makeup on. This is the same lady. This is the same lady.
Oh,
sorry.
Wow.
This is the same lady. So the only difference here is she does have on makeup. So it's definitely the same lady. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you guys as to when she did that so-called interview. And in fact, I can't even tell you who did it, because the person that sent it to me, because I asked, I said, where's the rest of it? What I was told is, I guess, her husband tried to remove it. You can remove stuff from the internet, but if people have a little clip of it, that's still there. So that's what I was told. It appears that one clip was left, and that is how I was able to get it. But that is in fact his wife. Like I said, if y'all look at her face, this part, that's his wife. Obviously, like I said, y'all know how we change our hair. Y'all know, listen, I got braids like this. Tomorrow I may have hair. You know what I mean? So we do change up our hair. Leah says, people in one of your videos on Anton kept saying that the interview was fake. Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's his wife. So I don't know how they would fake that. Like I said, somebody sent it to me. So I don't know. Like I said, I mean, they think, some of these people think everything is fake. So I don't know. But like I said, somebody was asking me had I saw it, and I said I hadn't saw it. Because keep in mind, y'all, I just stumbled upon his page. I don't think it's been a week. So I just stumbled upon his page. But keep in mind, when I was hearing his videos, something just wasn't sitting right with me. And the weird part of it, though, I had been reading y'all comments, and so many of you ladies said the exact same thing, because what I didn't want to do is misjudge him. I didn't want to misjudge him. I'm like, listen, people can have a difference in opinion. Sometime, somebody may have a different opinion. Just because you don't like their opinion doesn't mean that they don't like women. But after I continually watched his content, and then when I found these videos where he was like, I hate you hoes, I was like, look, I was correct in my assessment from the beginning. And I see you in here, Kay. How are you? How are you doing? And hi to everybody else if I haven't spoke. So where was I at? Yeah, so listen, y'all, I don't know how people fake stuff. I don't think it is. I mean, like I said, I just checked his wife page. Now all of a sudden her page is private. It wasn't private before. So, he is definitely letting his wife know. But I'm going to share another video that I found with y'all. That I found of y'all. And this is a video that he did basically saying, pray for him and his wife in their marriage. So my only thing that I was trying to prove here, y'all, too, is this guy was making it seem like he had this successful marriage and everything is hunky-dory, when in fact it's not. This dude has a serious problem. And I mean, I'm not saying he has a serious problem, because I'm guessing you can, look at the videos that I put up where he is literally cussing these women out. And even with him disrespecting these women, It was not even a confrontation. They're literally sitting up on a panel. They're answering questions. Nobody disrespected him. He just went off. So it's just like this dude is mentally off. But what I want to do is I'm going to play this clip for y'all. Now, in this clip, he tells his supporters to pray for him and that people are trying to break him and his wife up. Now, if y'all are familiar with him too, one of the things I noticed, and some of y'all noticed it too, he calls his wife his chick. What the hell does that mean? As a wife, why would you be referring to her as your chick? And why is that accepting for him to call his wife his chick? But I want to play this video right here, because in this video, he tells his supporters to pray for him and his marriage.
Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It is it's almost 6 o'clock. It's almost 6 p.m. Eastern. And we had a phenomenal show on the Millionaire Morning Show. And I'm cleaning up and getting some work done on my regular computer. And then you guys know that I got a corporate job, which they give me that good insurance. And it's a reason why I got to have that good insurance. A couple different things that I want to ask you for, and then address. So the number one thing that I want to ask you guys for is prayers, right? And I want to ask you guys for prayers for specifically my wife. Now, I usually don't talk about my wife in detail, or my daughter for that matter, simply because I'm fiercely protective as a husband, and they are not content creators. They are not visible public figures. And I understand the game. The game is a little bit different nowadays, to where there really are no rules of engagement, and people are willing to say some wild, egregious stuff. And I can't necessarily control that right away. I mean, yeah, you can get lawyers and stuff involved in anything like that, but I don't think that that's anything worth discussing right now. But I'm very fiercely protective of my daughter and my wife, which I think that most people would be and should be, but we are in a new frontier to where, content creation and social media is still relatively new. So there is no real blueprint for how people move, how they operate, and how they deal with certain situations.
It's so crazy how he says there's no blueprint, and, talk about his family not be protected, when he is literally telling these women, I hate you hoes. But yet he's acting as if he wants protection for his own people.
But the main thing and the main reason why I'm even addressing this in the first place is because I've been talking over the last couple of weeks about my wife's upcoming surgery, right? Which is one of the reasons why I still work in corporate America, because it's convenient and because they give me that good insurance, right? But she does have an upcoming surgery next week, which this is one of the main reasons why I'm even asking this video, because again, I've been talking about it on the Millionaire Morning Show, but haven't really talked about it on this channel. I would ask you guys for your prayers to make sure that the surgery is successful, because it is a really, really big surgery. And I do not want to disclose medical information, again, because I've taken the approach probably over the last year or so to be very, very careful about including my family on my social media, because the bigger that the channel gets and stuff like that, and the more visible it becomes, the more it's going to impact my family, because I can't even go certain places anymore without, it being visible. And I don't want my daughter to experience that. I don't want my wife to have to experience that. I want them to live normal lives, as normal as possible. But again, I understand that it also comes with the territory, because I live my life like an open book. It's a lot of things that I exclude from it, again, because I don't want my family to experience that. And when we go out of town or when we go places, they should be able to have some sort of normalcy. And I have to suffer as a result of the fact that technically I am a public figure, because they're not. So, I personally live by this creed to where unless somebody gives me some information or they give me something to react to, unless it's fact, I try to stay away from it in a general sense, right? But we cover so many topics as far as popular culture and money and all of that,
the way that he speaks, and this is why y'all have to be really careful, women. And this is why I started researching, because listen, what I was hearing was off. But then when I saw him speak, I said, okay, he seems okay. And then when I found out he had a wife, in my mind, I said, well, why would he not, like, maybe I'm tripping because he's married. I mean, his wife is a Black woman and she is a natural looking Black woman. So quite naturally, I said, oh, I'm tripping. I said, he gotta like Black women. But no, he doesn't. I know he's married to a Black woman, but I don't know what that's all about. It could be he can't get nobody else. I don't know. But also too, what some people have said that he does mess around. I don't know if he messes around. Some people said he goes both ways. I don't know if that's true. But with regards to his wife, I really feel that he really don't like her. Now, in this video, somebody had said that he feels like his wife is a burden. Now, in this video, I don't know if y'all were listening, he goes into medical just a little bit, and then he says, I don't want to disclose medical information. Now, that led me to believe that maybe there is some medical stuff, because what he said was he keeps his corporate job for medical. And I'm like, medical? Let me kind of explain to y'all how it go. Obviously, when you have a job, a lot of times the insurance is cheaper, but you can also pay for your own medical. But I'm going to tell you this, if you pay for your own health insurance, if you have any type of health problems, it will be through the roof. So when he was saying this, I quite naturally thought, maybe, just maybe, his wife has some kind of medical issues. Now, I don't know if she does, but when he said, I'm going to keep a corporate job for the healthcare, I was like, okay, something else is going on here.
Like I said, it's just a new territory and a new terrain that we have to travel by. But I do, and I am asking and petitioning for you guys to make sure that you please, if you rock with me, keep my family in your prayers, because life happens to all of us. And I hate to even mention the fact that there's, medical things that's happening and life circumstances that's happening to us and all around us, and that there is a surgery that she has to undergo. So news, I will be making some modifications next week, simply because this is happening and I got to make sure that this is taken care of, and she will be out of commission. And so I'm going to have to really I'm not going to probably be in the studio as much, creating as much, and I got to get my daughter back and forth because she doesn't even drive. She doesn't start driving until next month and all of that. So yeah, man, it's important. And I would never ever want to be without her. And so we're just gonna pray that everything works out well, and that God directs the surgeon's hands, and that everything turns out well. Which leads me to point number 2, and that I have been, because I wear my passion and my emotions in a lot of instances on my sleeve, even though I try to not let my emotions control me, but I still live my life like an open book. So I speak on, life circumstances for people that surround me, because I speak to the majority of men and I try to be an advocate for men. But then at the same time, I do have family members that move a certain way around me and stuff like that sometimes. And it bothers me because those are.
So I'm going to cut that off, because another thing I want to show y'all, I want to show y'all a clip that somebody sent me, because he's just like gabbing or whatever, just running his mouth. But what I wanted y'all to hear is, him basically asking people to pray for him and his wife. Oh, shucks. So y'all know what? The video, I'm going to show y'all this. The video of him and his wife, I'm going to show y'all. He actually removed it. There was a video. Let me see if I can share my screen. He removed it. I just clicked on the link. A lot of the videos with him and his wife, it seems dude done went and removed them, because I was just finna click on this. Y'all see this? Y'all been sending me this. So this is his wife. This is the same lady that was in that video. Obviously, you know, her hair is different. So here is the link here, right here. He's taken the video down, or he's made it private, which means we're not able to see it. So that video is gone. He has removed that video to a private video. So we cannot watch that video. I was going to show y'all that. And what I've been told is the video, they just was really odd. That's what I was told, but I don't know. Somebody else sent me another video. Give me a second. I don't know what this is about. Now, this was another content creator. We can just play this for a little bit. I don't really know what this video is about, so I'm going to see what he's going to say, because people sent me a bunch of different clips with people just really exposing this dude. And this one is from Duke the Don. This one says about 2 years ago. So this is somebody else. Let's see what he got to say.
Overstress this, okay? They would do whatever it takes to flex on you. Why? Because it makes them more money. Okay, that's the whole gimmick. Okay, so these guys, they fabricate their backgrounds, they come into this space, and then they tell you that they have the secret to wealth. They tell you they have the secret to prosperity, how you can get women, how you can be this and be this high value individual. But the crazy thing is, when you actually start looking at these guys and their backgrounds, what you start to realize is these guys are just as average as the niggas they rail against, which is crazy. And with that being said, this particular individual that we're talking about is none so other than Anton Daniels, or I would like to say Scanton Daniels. Okay, today we are going to be talking about him and breaking down why this brother cannot stop lying. All right, but before we get into this video and just go on the warpath here, okay, all right, go ahead and hit that like button, because hey guys, this show is brought to you by you, okay? And this particular video was brought to you by My Love. Thank you very much. And guys, y'all know, if y'all want me to cover something, you know, if it got some meat on it, throw it on my Instagram.
I just want to answer one of the questions in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna put it on here. Tina Perfume Love Potion. Let me just tell you why I believe he really does hate his wife. Let me kind of walk y'all back. This man has been married for over 20-something years. So just think about it. I haven't been with anybody for 20-some years. If you have been with somebody for 20-something years, what is your last relationship? You're in it. So where is all of this hate coming from? This is not a person who was in a relationship and he's out of a relationship and now he's reflecting on some past relationship. He is in a relationship that he is saying is a healthy relationship. He loves his wife. He's not going to get a divorce, but yet he's still telling the world how effed up Black women is. That don't make sense, because let me just tell you something. And I said this before. I had one toxic relationship. You will hear me talk about it from time to time, just from time to time. But I cannot sit here and tell y'all that men ain't shit based on that one relationship. It hasn't happened to me enough for me to make up in my mind that all men ain't shit. So if this man has been married for over 20 years, what the hell is he talking about? I mean, you could not have had those many experiences with women that you are not in a relationship with, that you saying that they so effed up. Who else is he talking about? I'm just saying, who else is he talking about? He has to be talking about his wife. Yes, I feel like he does not like his wife, because here's my deal. Think about this. And we all done had them. I remember being in the bad relationship that I was in, and the only thing that I couldn't stop doing is being reminded of when I was in a good relationship. And I would always compare like, he didn't do that or he didn't do that. So if he's in a loving relationship with his wife and she's this awesome person, right? His wife is an awesome person. So he says, I'm not saying that she's not an awesome person. I think that he is a horrible person. So if he's in this great relationship, why the hell does he keep telling us how effed up Black women are and how much he hates them? Is his wife not a reflection? I mean, she is Black. So it's something that is not adding up. It would be, even if you were in a effed up relationship with one man, once you met another man, it's going to at some point change the way that you think about men, because now you've actually met somebody that you're like, okay, it is some good people out there. So how can this dude be in a relationship with somebody for over 20 years, but the only thing he can remember in his mind is how the Black woman is? Something not right about that. Tina, you said, I've been married for 4 years and I think my husband hates me. That's why I'm divorcing. It says. Ooh, that's a hard one. Ooh, that's a hard one. I was in a relationship and I felt like this. I mean, I wasn't married, but it was some, it was some weird stuff going on when when good things was happening to me, you wasn't happy, it was a little weird. So it happens, I literally had to, in my mind, say, why does this dude, like, what is going on with him? Because even in every video that I watched, there was no reason for him to get out of character like he did. I mean, he's telling the women on the panel, I hate you. I hate you hoes. He's talking to them like he was in some kind of relationship with them. These are people that you just met and you talking like that? Yeah, I don't believe he likes his wife at all. I'm going to be a cat lady when I get older. If I don't care what they say, I'm going to be a cat lady when I get older. Listen, I'm happy in my life. I don't need another person to add anything else. I'm good. I'm good. These dudes are unaliving women. They doing weird shit. We don't settle for that. Now, I do believe that it is some good men out there, but honey, you're going to have to be hooked up with them or something, because these ones that's running around here and these ones like this right here, you're going to have to watch out. But that video, that's most definitely his wife. And like I was saying, her social media was open. Now all of a sudden it's private. So what she has done now is made everything private. You cannot see any of her pictures unless she makes it unprivate. And that just happened since I started doing videos on him. So I believe the video is accurate. This is what I also believe. I don't believe that they have this wholesome relationship. I just don't. There's no way. So you're telling me that somebody can act like this and then when they get home to their wife, become a loving person?
Out of here. Sick of these hoes, man. I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up on here and think that they can say to me. What the fuck are you talking about? I hate you hoes.
Now, how can somebody that has a loving relationship go to that? No, it don't go like that. When you in a loving relationship, it does two things for you. It's either gonna make you, at ease, you're in love, things be a little bit different, or it's gonna make your life fucked up. So two things. It only can do two things. So how are you in a loving relationship and this is how you're acting? No, it don't work like that. He's given violent from the way he was talking about women. Exactly. It doesn't go like that. You can't be this and yet go home and be in a loving relationship, because if you love your wife, you see her as a woman. Now, your wife is not going to be in every woman that you see, but she is reflective of other women. So the fact that this dude can snap like that ain't normal. And Kay says, it's a real personality disorder. You speaking from a normal mind, they are disordered. There are a lot of, you know what? The crazy part about this other video, Kay, His wife said he had a lot of different personalities. That's exactly what she said in this video. She said he has a lot of different personalities. She also said it takes a special woman to deal with him. So listen, I'm not a therapist. He very well could have multiple personalities, but even in that, something wrong with him. Something wrong with him, you know? It can make you bitter or better or bitter. Absolutely. Relationships is either going to make you better or worse. I mean, that's pretty much it. So I'm just trying to figure out, and by no stretch of the imagination am I saying like his wife is a bad person. I don't think his wife is a bad person. I think he is. I mean, it's proven that he is a terrible person. She over there, exactly. She over there walking on eggshells. Exactly. I believe, his wife has been with him for 20 plus years. She's tolerating him. This man is mentally ill. He's mentally ill. And I believe too, I believe that there are men out there. I mean, think back to when y'all was in high school. Come on now, it ain't been that long. Think back to when y'all was in high school and it was always a funny looking dude over there that could never get no girls. That was him. Did y'all go back and see his pictures? That was him. He was the funny looking dude that couldn't get no girls, okay? 1 out of 6 men have narcissistic personality, and there are many others, and it comes from childhood trauma. Hey, somebody said I'm still in high school. You need to get off here. So EA says, do they have kids together? He has a daughter, and I just learned that by research, and I do believe his daughter is more than likely a teenager, because the video that I saw that I just showed y'all that was about a year ago, he said that his daughter was, hadn't learned how to drive, but she was going to learn the following year. So I'm assuming that his daughter would right now be in high school. That's what I'm, gathering, from the videos that I found. Okay. Yeah, we got to be careful. These men, honey, and listen, they unaliving women. Baby, you got to be careful. It's not always childhood trauma. Sometimes it's from being damaged by women. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. But I think in this case, it may be a little different, because he said he's been married for over 20 something years. So that would, put him with the same woman for a very long amount of time. So I don't know. I would imagine, it can be damaged from women. Shit. I mean, I was in a toxic relationship. I don't act like that. But I guess, different things happen to different people. I don't know. And also, there are some men that once they get a few dollars, this is what they do. This is what they do. Some of them. I'm not a therapist, but I know this, he ain't normal. He's not normal at all. Is it with his wife? I feel bad for his daughter. So from what I gather, the one daughter is with his wife. Remember, they've been together for 20 something years. His daughter would be like in high school, based on, the videos I found. And also too, other people was telling me that he's been talking about it's okay to get a divorce after the kids are, become adults. So it's a lot of stuff surrounding this dude. There's also various videos and stuff where he's very in close proximity to other women. So it almost looked weird, so that's why I was a little bit confused too when I started researching him, because I was like, is he married? Because some of the inappropriateness that I saw him with other women just made me think like, okay, is he really married? You can be most disordered men. It has to do with their childhood. Many have abandonment issues. For instance, never had a father. Now for this guy, and like I said, I did research. His mom and his dad was together up until he passed away. Now his dad passed away. Don't give me the line now. It was maybe about, 6-7 years or something like that. Don't quote me on it. But up until his dad passed, he had been with his mother. So I guess that don't necessarily mean that your daddy can't abandon you, because I know somebody whose parents were actually married, but he actually had abandonment issues. So I mean, it could be. Some of these married men sleep around and they call women out their names. I've seen how a lot of married men and women behave. They pretend very well. Very well. Yeah, this guy, when I saw these videos, I was like, whoa, he definitely had me fooled. He had me fooled. But when I was beginning to say, when I saw this interview right here,
making me hard and sad and difficult because Anton
of his wife, I was trying to figure out like what had happened. This could have been a time where they had broken up. You know, just because a person is married, y'all, that don't mean, you know, that they don't go through stuff. So I didn't understand what was the reason for this interview. But judging from, I mean, I don't know this lady from Adam, but I was thinking that it's probably a older video. I mean, if you go to her, well, you can't go to her Instagram now because she has made it private, but this picture right here, I took this right off her Instagram page. So it came right off her Instagram page. So I was thinking maybe this was during the time that they had broken up. Because if y'all think about it, in her video, she talks about him having these multiple personalities. She talks about he's very emotional, and she talks about he's a difficult person to communicate with. So when I saw that, I was like, girl, what? Like, how are you? You know, one of the things that I could never tolerate is a man who cannot communicate. When she said that he was a bad communicator, I was like, whoa, he's a bad communicator. She says he's emotional. And I was like, girl, you dealing with a whole woman, aren't you? So yeah, you know, this could have been a situation where they had broken up, or, you know, people break up and not actually go forward for, you know, a separation or divorce. What y'all saying in the chat? Good evening. I used to watch him and he said his wife and he only dated no one else. And that's so funny you say that, Miss Jones, because I also found some videos on social media where they were roasting him and telling him they don't want his opinion because he's only been with one woman. I saw that too. I saw that too. I saw the exact same thing. I saw that too. Sounds like a narcissist or borderline personality disorder. They are usually emotionally unregulated. Yeah, this dude, he goes off. Like, I was just like, what the? When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. This dude damn near have 1 million subs and he on here acting like this. And one thing y'all need to learn about this, which is real is terrible. Whenever people come to these platforms and they want to drag the hell out of Black women, or they want to talk about how stupid Black people is, y'all know they blow up. So I feel like too, because I went back to his videos. And if you go back to the very beginning, when he started doing videos, he was not talking about women like this. Now, somebody else told me he started doing these type of videos once Kevin Samuels passed away. He's an abusive man. I didn't even know he talked like that until I didn't either. And I literally did the video, y'all, because he had fooled me. And when I saw the videos, I said, what the hell? Like, what in the hell is going on? When I saw them videos, and here's the deal, y'all. The reason that this is the thing that pissed me off the most. He dragged the hell out of Black women, but when it came to white people, he didn't say nothing bad about them. And I was infuriated. I was like, not only is he dragging Black women, he ain't dragging nobody else. Had the audacity to say that when Black women go to work, white women don't want to deal with them or tolerate them because of their attitudes. When I tell you, I was just like, dude, you are putting so much content out there about your own daughter. Your daughter is Black. That would be like me going on here. I mean, I could be talking about men like a dog. I could never do that. I have 2 sons. So it's just like this dude is out here saying all of these things. And that's why I said, I believe that he hates his wife. I mean, because you're saying this about Black women. Think about if you were married to a man and he came on social media and the only thing he has to say is something nasty. Now, when he talks about Black women, he never makes it about one person. He makes it about the whole group of people. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, if you guys have not liked the video, please go ahead and do that. I appreciate it. I too have watched. I think he has a Napoleon complex. He may be 5'5". They say he about 5'5" and about 500 pounds. I ain't never saw him, but that's what they said. And he wants, wait a minute, what you said, Kay? And he wants sympathy for keeping a job to keep his coverage because he is her caregiver. No normal man would share that information. Now you see what I'm saying? He said that, and I was just like, why is he saying that? And I'm very versed on health insurance. I just got versed on it because, like I told y'all before, I quit my job and I still had the insurance, and now I have to pay for my own, which actually I don't, because I just found out that I get to get Cobra. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize I get to get Cobra. So I'm just going to do Cobra for the next, I think I get to do it for 18 months. But the reason why I know how much it costs to pay for your own health insurance, because when I spoke to my broker, I told him I did not want to get Obamacare for the simple fact I worked for the government before, and I would deal with so many people that had their information stolen from using that. And I said, I don't want to use that, because what happens is when somebody get a hold of your information, it messes up your taxes and it messes up so many things. So I was like, I don't want to do Obamacare because I don't want to give my information. So, when I was talking to the insurance brokers, they were, telling me about, okay, we have to look at your medical records. So that's why I know when this guy is saying he's keeping his job for the insurance, the first thing comes to my mind is, what the hell is going on with his wife? Wait a minute, y'all. I got to check on something. Give me a second. Okay, y'all, I had to check on something. I've been going all day. I literally just got back home and I was like, I still have to jump on live. What you say, Kay? Narcs usually do not really love their partners. It is about validation. She is never going to leave. That is why he is going to stay with her. Well, he says all the time, I'm never getting a divorce. And again, when I saw that, I was like, this is a cool dude. He going to make his marriage work. So that's what won me. I was like, okay, I like him. I'm gonna watch his videos. But I'm like, nah, girl, I don't give a damn what he say. Something wrong with this dude. Something is wrong with him. And that's how I began to start looking. I'm like, something ain't right. Okay. But what was I getting ready to say, y'all? And also too, as I was in the comments of his videos, y'all, he has a lot of Trump supporters, a lot of white people that support his videos. One dude, I had to say something. He was like, now this is a white man telling him this, y'all. Thank you, Antoine, for being a good role model for the Black community. This what this Peckerwood gonna say. Y'all know I had to say something. A role model for the Black community. He ain't a role model for no Black community. This is what the white man says on his thing. Thank you, Anton. Like, we Black people are bums, and he's such a role model for us. What? So he caters to a lot of white people that think that black people are trash. And in all actuality, y'all, they think his ass is trash too, because that's just how they think. But he just caters to a weird fucking group of people that feel validated because he's black and he trashes white people. So that's their validation. Like, oh, yeah, he's black and he feel like they trash too. Yes, honey. That won't me to he really played it up his devotion to fatherhood. Okay, that man, somebody said 5'4" and 400 pounds with no hairline. I don't know. Like somebody said that. I have never ever saw him in my life. And y'all, that could be too the reason why he's so miserable because I guess, but the crazy part of it too is why he keep talking about women if he look like this. They keep saying, that he funny looking and all of that. I've never saw this man before, except for, I can, see the face online, but that's it. That's pretty much it. What y'all saying on here? All right, I'm gonna drop the link if somebody want to come up, y'all. We got about 15 more minutes because I gotta jump on. I gotta do another video from my other channel. So let me see if I can drop the link if somebody want to come up. He had blogs on his channel. I don't know what that is. Let me see. I'm about to drop the link if somebody want to come up. But yeah, this dude, he is something else. He definitely is something else. Now, somebody put in the chat that they exposing him next. I was cracking up here. All right, let me drop the link. If y'all want to come up. All right, y'all. I just dropped a link, but y'all funny because y'all saying he 5'4" and 400 pounds. I did hear something like that. Maybe some girl rejected him in high school. You know how kids can be mean. Something traumatic happened because listen, I done told y'all I was in a toxic relationship. I don't have that type of smoke for men. So I don't know what this dude done been through. I don't know, but something mentally is wrong with him. I mean, you don't have that much smoke for somebody just because somebody did you wrong. You don't have that kind of smoke for somebody. Somebody said, I got a full body picture. No, you don't. Wait a minute. You say you got a full body picture.
Yes,
Welcome, y'all.
indeed. I have a full body picture. I showed it. You inspired me. I made a video about him after you did. I
Bitch.
I dropped your link
I gotta
and
go look at
your
it.
video that you had so people could come and see,
That's
that you're
funny.
validating what I was saying. But here's what I think his problem is. I think that he was a lame when he was in school,
I
right?
believe that.
Because
Mhm.
in the picture it shows a timeline of what he's stating about how he met his wife in 96, then they
Mhm.
started dating in 2003, and then they got married in 2004.
Right.
And that's the picture that has a full body picture of him and her. Also, I captured another woman that he took a picture with, and he's kind of like smiling, and you can tell that he's obviously happy. I'm sorry. So what I think his issue is, I think that, since these apps came out and a lot of men, are able to say how they really feel. Kevin Samuels put a battery in their back, their father, their cult leader. I think that he feels like, oh, well, now I have the money. I'm a high value man because I make this money. Now I should be able to upgrade like white men because that's who these men typically want to be like. They want to be
Right.
white men that are wealthy. Now I should be able to upgrade like other men, but I feel like his wife, that was who he could get back in the day.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why he's saying he's never going to leave her, because allegedly some people are saying that there's already been, allegations that he's cheated. But if you look at my video about him,
Mhm.
I show a picture of a woman that he's all cozied up with, taking a picture with, and
Is
he
she light skinned?
Yes.
I saw that one. I saw, well, not on your page, but I saw this one somewhere when I was doing research, and that's why I was a little bit confused. I said, "Well, wait a minute. I thought this dude was married, but they were way too close for comfort." Because I was like,
Yes.
"Wait a
Her
minute,
name
what's
is
going on?"
Mika. Her name is Mika. And I think that's what he wants. I think that's in his mind what he thinks is beautiful, like a lot of black men do. I think that that is in his mind what he thinks is beautiful. And he thinks that he has the money now and he should be able to upgrade to
Mhm.
that light skinned woman. And you can look at her. I put a picture up of her. She has some extensions like the rest of us do.
Right,
So why they put them on a pedestal? And I'm not knocking light skinned women. I have light skinned daughters. But what
right,
I'm saying is that just because you're another skin tone does not mean that you're not a better person. It does not
right,
mean that you don't have an attitude. All
right,
the things that just come with women in general. So that's
right.
my whole issue. But a lot of men, like Cat Williams said, they get the same type of woman you
Mhm.
know, in their kit. You get the fame, you get the money, you get the light skinned woman, and boom, you've made it. And I really think that's where he's at with it. I think that he doesn't like his wife. He's not happy. He's not happy with himself. The first thing he needs to do is level himself up. Since you got the money, get you a
Right,
personal trainer, get you some testosterone, and let them know you want a six-pack by the end of the year. You need to
right,
level yourself
right.
up if you can. Get some plastic surgery.
Girl, listen, he was on the panel talking about how that's why when they were saying the man was 500 pounds, I was like, what? He on the panel saying they don't keep themselves up. And I'm just like, this talking about the women don't keep their self up and they talking about you 5'5" and 1,000 pounds. Come on now. Don't be
And
stop.
he a whole butterball over there. And at least we've had babies out of our body. What's his problem? What is your
Right.
problem, sir?
Right. Talking
Why?
about the lady stretch marks. Somebody, I saw your stretch. I'm like, now how immature is that? Telling a woman you saw her stretch marks.
And you know what?
It's
That gets
weird.
in the mind of younger men, and they start to not appreciate the woman and what comes with the woman after giving life. He got stretch marks. I know up under that belly. I know he has them.
Girl,
Well,
on his arms and everywhere.
well, I also want to make a comment about like for me because I've lived with a lot of like around a lot of military people and they're very similar to him. They just
Mhm.
find a woman, they get married. I think that you should date around before you like actually make that commitment because that's what happens to a lot of men too, where they meet somebody very young and then when you're like 35 or 27 or whatever age you are, you have a whole completely different type because you haven't even dated around. So I'm not saying that you guys are wrong or right. I just personally think coming from a place like New York City, I got to date. I got to explore different guys. I got to like whatever. I don't think that you should commit very early because you change as a person.
You
So
But
I'm
do,
date
not
you
around, but
that's
date
that's
around if
good.
you
You
can.
do.
Like you have, all men can't date around
Yeah.
No,
because
I'm
the
not
women
saying
will
that.
reject
I'm just
you.
saying that this would sort of like avoid those type of situations because now he's taking out this mismanaged anger out on
Right.
his wife,
Right.
and she
Right.
has nothing to do with the fact that he
Right.
didn't take the time when he was young to
You
explore
are so
different
right.
options.
You're so right.
And yeah, like because that's
But
how men. That's how we are. Like
do
we
y'all
have
think his
to.
mother? Y'all think
That's
his
not just
mother?
y'all, because anybody I would have married before today, I would have divorced them because all what I liked back then is such a turn off for me today. Like what I
Right.
liked back then, I couldn't look at today. So it would have been very different. It would have been very different. And I also think that he seems like, well, I can't say he seems like, but back then you had your high school sweetheart, they fell in love. What happens with some men is money change them. They understand that when they get money, it opens them up to another type of women. Now, them women
Yes.
necessarily don't want them if they did not have money, but a lot of
Yeah,
them will pay. They'll pay. So he could be there.
And
I
also,
agree with
as
you.
a millennial, we were taught to get married young. And this red pill group, Manosphere, what I'm telling y'all about, they tell other men to get women younger or to lock in, kind of with a younger person. But all men, when you don't have no money, you don't have that many options
And
of
they
dating.
don't want you. The young women, They don't want you unless you got some damn money. And I wouldn't, they should. Like, come on now. You think you finna be this old dating somebody in their damn 20s. My daughter is 20. She bet not, meet no damn 40-something-year-old girl. Bye. Better get his old, blowing out dust out his ass.
You know,
Well,
and the older men wanted me when I was younger, but you know what? I did go out on a few dates, but I was not naturally attracted to them
Me
when I
neither.
was young
Me
like that. I
neither.
wanted somebody young like me.
Me
Even
neither.
older men, they have a different smell to them, you know?
well, I also think that, I think that some younger women have a natural affinity because they disillusion themselves that, oh, this man's more mature. Until you finally get older, you're like, oh, wow, some of these guys were actually just predatory and they were just, trying to use me or groom me or something like that. But I
Yep.
feel like in terms of him, like, Lakeysha, we were talking about the personality disorders. I was shocked. I go to therapy myself, and I'm a man. I'm
Mhm.
a gay man. They say 1 out of every 6 men has narcissistic personality disorder. And you know how crazy that is? That means that there's so many men in this world that have been pretty much been socialized to be controlling, to be this or to be that. And when you were talking about her story, she sounds like the perfect victim because her self-esteem is probably low. Her health is not well. She's been with him for 20 years. She
Right.
probably gave up on herself. She's not looking for other options. So she's the perfect victim in their eyes because they will dog their wife, come home and expect everything to be cooked and clean. They know that they got a placeholder there, and then they going out to see the fun girl. Now I got my money, and I know that this girl right here is cheaper to keep her, and everything's going to be good. He might not want to marry the young girl, or in a secret fantasy, if things worked out in a perfect way, then he would consider that. But a lot of the times men, they like those two different options, and it's very sad. That's why I always stress. I used to talk to those military boys. I was like, listen, if one guy told me, he was like, oh, this girl's pregnant, but she doesn't want to have my baby. I said, that is a blessing because you are young. Like, go out and explore, use condoms, do what you got to do, because you do not want to be stuck with a person just to be stuck with them for a certain amount of period of time. And 18 years is a long time with a child. So I'm just saying, like, coming from New York City is very different for us because it's like we have a lot of different people. We are more focused on our careers than we're focused on like marriage later. So when I moved to Hawaii and I was around these military people, I was like, oh wow, in different parts of the country, they like, oh, I'm 21, I'm just gonna get married. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's very different. So
Right.
I personally just think, my opinion, just how men and how we're wired, it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight.
Right.
You should be young and be a hoe. And
Right.
then, 27, 28, then okay, I'm ready to put this thing away and then just, try to settle down because
Right.
you don't know what you want.
Well,
We all
and
tell
now,
ourselves,
not
mhm,
only that too, money give you more options. So where women wasn't looking at him before, they only looking at him now is because he has a fancy car or he driving. That's what women do. We see stuff like that and we look. We don't
mhm,
necessarily want you. We just see and we look. But what I'm saying is he's getting looks that he never got before. You know what I mean?
right.
He wasn't getting them looks before. Now he's thinking like, hey, just maybe, because people were telling me, they said, I noticed too that he been talking on his channel saying that it's okay to get a divorce once the kids grow up. And I was like,
Oh my goodness.
somebody did say
Yeah, he's
that.
But
crazy.
Lakeysha and Kyle, it has to be something deeply rooted, some type of hatred, because how can you talk about the same topic every day
Right.
for
Yeah.
years and go
Right.
in so hard,
Hard.
relentlessly
Right.
on Black women?
That's what I
Yeah.
Something,
said.
what's
That's
going
what
on
I
with
said.
that?
But
That's what
that's
I
the thing.
said.
Uh, Cookie is like narcissistic personality disorder. It comes from like a trauma. And like I said, 1 in 6 men have it. Like this information wasn't around back in the day. So women just thought that men was crazy. And no, it's actually like my father pretty much he said his father didn't like him. My grandfather was cool to me. I never noticed that, but like, you know, people have different relationships with their parents versus you and your grandparents. And it could happen from like, for instance, you not feeling loved or you not feeling adored enough or you not feeling nurtured enough. Men can internalize that the wrong way, or it can happen from abandonment issues. There's a lot of men that have hypermasculinity because they didn't have a father, and they take these extreme ways of being a man because they didn't have a real, like, I had a father, so I knew a man was supposed to be responsible. He was supposed to show up. It wasn't this rah, 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 rah. That's not masculinity. So it's a lot of different things. And because men are not socialized to express their emotions, whether you're gay or straight, it comes out in the wrong ways and it can affect your love life. So a lot of times these men feel like their traumas or their things that they have to battle with, they take it out on their partner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, they shouldn't be in relationships then.
We say that, but men are socialized to, oh, I make the money, I bring the money home, I have a wife, I have kids, and you deal with my stuff instead of going to a therapist with your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. I go to therapy. Yeah.
It's cheaper to just get a little girlfriend. So do y'all think he cheating in peace over there? Y'all think the wife is the type that'll let him just cheat in peace?
So this is what I heard, because I only watched a few videos, like, and I'm gonna be honest, I had to stop watching his shit because it gets in my spirit, and I don't operate in that. So when it start feeling, I can't watch it. So I watched the stuff I needed to do the videos. But what I've heard from several people, not one, two, it's been multiple. They said that he had some, well, I'm just going to tell you about multiple things. They were saying that it was one lady in particular he had on, he had did an interview or something. They said he was acting like he was trying to talk to her. Now, somebody else had mentioned another situation where he was making passes at somebody. And somebody had put in my chat that it was some lady that he liked. So I do believe that he does cheat on his wife. So you got to understand, you've been together with somebody for 20 years.
Yeah.
You're not
and the only woman he's been with.
That's what they said. They said that is.
Yeah, I think I heard him say out of his mouth that he lost his virginity to his woman.
Yeah.
So he was on a panel. And he was talking about marriage, and they was like, "Nigga, we don't want to hear." They was like, "We don't want to hear from you. You only been with one woman." So, not trying to make a joke about that, like, because I believe in today's society, hell, you probably want to just stay with one person with all of these diseases, but that can really be considered as somebody that he wasn't getting. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't getting no chicks. And back then life was different. Now, yes, just find you one. But I'm just saying, back then he wasn't getting nobody. Yeah, something ain't right.
Yeah, because he wasn't attractive enough to pull nobody.
Well,
and he also quirky and odd.
Yeah, I think he was awkward, and
he looked awkward. Let me bring these pictures up. Awkward.
Some people flower. Some people become beautiful later on, as they grow up. But he just, he's whatever. I don't know what town he's from. Where is he from?
Detroit.
Oh, he's from Detroit. Okay. Well, I can't speak on what's going on over there with the people. It's not like, like Miami, New York, LA. Right. We got a lot of like good looking people and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I can't really speak on like, did he have no pickings to choose for? Like, what was going on?
Look, let me show y'all this picture.
He's not attractive. So
yeah, he's not attractive at all.
Attractive to him.
I'm not trying to be funny. The dude was funny looking. Like, I mean, come on now. Let's just say, look at this. Like,
that's actually a good picture of him, friend.
That's a good one.
Girl, that is a good picture. Girl, I got a picture of him looking like a damn pastor, honey, back from the 80s.
Yeah, and then think about that couple with this personality. Yeah. And then look at this one.
Let me see.
No, that one. See, no, that didn't bring up a good one. It's right here, but when I click on it, it brings up a better picture. You see,
because you go out on a date with him, as soon as he starts talking, honey, panties just start coming right back on up.
Wait a minute.
So
What's he
maybe
on?
he was dropping his card at the bar, and then maybe the bartender was like, "Oh, he works in IT or something," and some girl just jumped at the opportunity. I don't know.
Ooh.
So he definitely, I mean, and like I said, y'all coupled with that personality, yeah, he gonna have a hard time. I mean, when I was in high school, it was some ugly dudes that, they got girls because of their personality. I would say that he would have had a hard time just because his personality. It
No, but
ain't even
Lakeysha, what I found out the hard way is they are sweet to the side girls. They are horrible to their main wife.
Yeah, they
yeah.
are.
So
It's more fun. Even with men that have beautiful wives, they are nicer to the person that they don't have to answer to, that they don't have to, they're not obligated to paying any bills for. It's easier because it's a fantasy.
And this
right.
is his wife. That's why I told y'all that's his wife. Like she just had on a wig, but that is most definitely his wife.
And he's shorter than she is. And women will pass up men because of their height too.
You know what? She is, I would say she's definitely on the taller side. Y'all know what? I didn't even think about that, but she is most definitely on the taller side because
So
when her
wait. So wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that girl with the bun? Is that the side chick?
you said the bun? What bun?
Yeah, there was a girl on the bottom corner, and she had like a bun at the top of her head.
I didn't see that.
Okay, let me reshow that. I think that's somebody that he works with or something. Or
Oh, okay,
I
got
don't
it.
think, yeah, I think you're talking about right here. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but this is his wife right here.
Oh yeah, I know what the wife looks like.
Right here, right here.
Go to that picture right there. That's where you
This
can
one.
see his full body. Yes.
Ooh.
See how he's shorter than she is?
I don't know,
And
but
got on the suit.
a tight one.
I got another picture. I got a throwback picture of them.
A tight one. I don't know.
I got a throwback
His
picture of
body's poking
them.
through it.
Right. Yeah, that's he got to lose
I
some
want to
weight
show
now.
you. I'm gonna send you a throwback picture. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram.
No, but what's crazy to me is how Kevin Samuels, and I don't want to knock my straight brothers because I'm gay, but us gay men, we be like in the gym, we be taking care of ourselves, all this other stuff. Kevin Samuels, and what's the other one? Was it Andrew Tate?
Uh-huh.
Is that his name? He's got these men feeling like they are like the prize.
Yeah.
Right. And
Kevin
that's why
Samuels
they
is
asked
their
single
leader.
too.
And it's like, you see the gay men, it's like, y'all ain't nothing. Like, gay men be fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all enlighten me because we don't have the same issues y'all have with the, like, men don't be trying to, oh, we going Dutch. And we, like, on the gay side, men don't be doing that. Now you got these men talking about, oh, if you ain't going to give me none, I'm not paying for half of the date. So there's a big entitlement that I've seen with straight men in this last 5 years, which goes crazy.
Yeah, that's why a lot of, women has, pretty much choosing to, be single. Like, listen, let me just explain to y'all something. When I was in a relationship, I didn't pay no bills. I didn't even work a job. Like, what the hell is work?
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah.
that
Me
was just
neither.
natural. Like, I did not like, and I had a brand new house. I lived on the lake, honey. I didn't pay no bills. I didn't pay no bills, honey. Like, I
Right.
mean, look, I didn't even have a car note. So I don't know what these folks do in this life. And I wasn't even married yet. I mean, so I don't understand this life and what these weirdos do. Like I said, I'm happy with just being me because listen, I don't deal with foolishness. I don't deal with foolishness. You go get you a BBL girl, and y'all have a good life. And another thing too, he talks about that a lot. I think he want him a woman with a BBL because he talks about the BBLs, and I'm like, why he keep talking about this?
So he's angry about the BBL?
He angry about the BBLs. I said, okay, he want a woman with a BBL.
Well, I think also what's weird about that is, there's this other thing where like straight black men are like going off about the women with the weaves. Like you'll see them in the comments talking about, oh, see, like they'll be on a Latin girl's comments talking about, oh, well, at least this girl got her real hair, these black women, da 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 da. And then you go see them chasing after like the baddie. And I'm like, y'all just sat there and said that y'all don't like these women with the unnatural hair, the wigs, the this, the that. So I really feel sorry for women right now because it's like y'all can't win with nothing. Like there's nothing that y'all could do.
That those men are not really dating those women. I think they just pulling shit out their ass talking. And here's the reason why. If they was really dating those baddie girls, they would know women of other races have extensions just like black women.
Exactly.
I think that they just speaking I think they just copying each other, copying and pasting, just spitting out what somebody else has said. I don't even think they've had the confidence or the access to those other women.
Right, because they all wear weave, like all of them. I mean, it's not just black women, it's all I won't say all women wear it, but white, weave don't just come from black women. And
I know that, Lakeysha. But the thing is, a lot of these men are tricking because I was like shocked when I was living in Hawaii. I remember I was in a dude's car. He wasn't even black, and it was a white girl doing it to him. They get a girl's number, and then the girl be like, "Oh, hey, I'm not doing so well. My electric bill is coming up." And then they use these, and these girls have not even met up with these guys. So it's like, because this girl's not putting out like that, a lot of these men are putting out, like in terms of money. So they are getting some of these baddies' attention, but for the right price.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, come on now. I mean, Antoine, you think he ain't gonna pay like he weigh? He gonna definitely pay like he weigh. Absolutely.
So
these women, a lot of them, and look, ain't nothing wrong with a BBL. I'm just not gonna get one because for one, they said it stank and I can't do smell. So yeah, not gonna be able to do it. They go and get a lot of women. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of women, but some of them go get the BBLs and all of this for that reason. Like this they money, can't knock them. But of course, it's gonna come with a price. And then when you're a funny looking ass dude, you got to pay like you weigh. Come on now, I'm just be honest. You think I'm gonna talk to an ugly ass dude? You better give me something. I'm not gonna keep looking at your ugly ass. I mean, I'm just being honest. Come on now. Yeah, come on now. So
yeah, I'm like, I count my blessings that I'm sort of gay because there's a lot going on.
May I say something?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I saw you kept coming up, but you kept for some reason dropping off, and then I just stopped.
Well, I didn't want to show my face. I'm TT. I'm TT, and I'm glad you spoke on him because yesterday I saw your video as well. Mm-hmm. One time I've watched him a few times. I was not a supporter. Yes, he's from Detroit, and one time he was in a bakery or something. And this white man came up in there and pressed him, was talking. Whatever reason they got into it. That white man pressed on him, jumped all in his face, talked real nasty to him, and he cowered. Oh, I'm not about to say nothing to you. I'm not about to say nothing to you. Cowered down like a mug. He was like, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He was like, what are you gonna do? I'm sorry.
He was on camera or you saw it?
Yeah, he was on camera. He was on camera. He was already going live. He was already live. So it kind of happened in that moment. And the white man came and just, I don't know what it was. I think it was just the universe really showing how much of a mess he was. And he was like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The white man just jumped up in his face. He backed all up. Walked all off, cowered, and was like, see, man, y'all don't want to get into it with them kind, because you know what they'll do is call the police. No, you knew not to get up in that white man's face because that man wasn't cowarding to you. He wasn't playing with you. Yeah.
But was it because of his videos, or it was just a separate thing?
No, it was something that happened in that moment.
Oh,
it was something that happened in that moment. And he was they had just got into it. And he didn't even continue his order. He walked up out of there and I'm about to go and get in my Porsche or whatever fancy car he has and stuff. And he was like, yeah, they don't like to see us successful and this and that and other. And then also
they don't. The way you talk
saying that
about
the white people, saying that the white people don't like to see it. And but he didn't even know who he was. You could tell the man didn't know who he was or what he was about. He didn't know anything. And then a lot of these men see black women, speaking on black women, is where the money is. So he don't have to necessarily have to have a qualm or a beef with black women.
Oh, no.
He could just be doing this just to be fake and faking it out. And for him to even have the audience that he has, and you're sitting up married, you men ain't thinking like, well, man, you got a successful marriage. Why are you even speaking on black women? Right. You know what I'm saying? You done been with one woman. Why are you, what can you really tell us? You know what I'm saying? All that. That you've had such a bad relationships. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have men that's listening to him that's had some bad relationships. And I'll be honest, I'm from Detroit myself. I don't live there anymore. But back in the 90s, there was some old awkward men that was chasing the baddies and they got used. You know what I'm saying? You know, these men knew these women didn't want them. Right. You know, but y'all sat around and y'all was still chasing after these beautiful women, knowing they didn't want y'all, and y'all messed around and got used. Nobody told y'all to do that. You did it on your own.
Right.
I always wonder why those men never challenge him. Why are they worshiping him as though and not calling
because
him
they're trauma bonding. They're trauma bonding together.
Well,
that's trauma bonding.
Well, you know what it is. I think it's like what TT's saying. But it's like, because there's this, I feel like with straight people, there's a competition between the men bashing the women and then the women talking about men ain't ish. So men feel some type of camaraderie by saying, oh yeah, yes, king, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, y'all all look stupid because they're all looking at us as a collective together. And I'm not saying that we should look for validation from white people at all, because F them too. Right. But like, we're all looking dumb. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
did I
men
tell
that have money?
I don't know. Don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know if you was here yet. But in his comments, I put something in there real nasty. I was reading his comments, and some white ass man had the audacity to say, you know, you are a true representation for black people. You're showing them how they, basically telling him he's a representation for black people, and he's showing us how we should act.
They be out of pocket. And you know, Lakeysha, when they write in the comments like usual suspects, I tune them out, because ever since Trump has gotten into the presidency, they have really been showing out. But I feel like it's one of those things where Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels has been making men that are like mediocre or like regular men feel like they're high value men. And I think he was talking more about like, I used to be a fashion model. I used to date like black dudes that was like vice presidents of banks. Like on the gay side, like you got guys that got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he was more talking about men like that, not like these regular, oh, I'm just like him and I just got a job. Like you working for the city, and more power to you. You know, like I'm never going to knock anybody for whatever job they have, but it's like, you're not a vice president of a bank. So it's like, you got to come back down to earth a little bit. And what I've noticed is these high powered men, like lawyers, doctors, or like the guys I was dating here in New York or like in other states and stuff like that, they don't have time to be getting on the internet and be talking about who they don't like and blah, 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 blah. Only the guys like that do that. So y'all got to notice that too.
Low value men do that because they don't have anything to lose. And then you also have men that's standing on a corner hollering, that's laying on mattresses on the floor talking about their high value men.
Yeah, because
there's
more
nothing high value about you.
In the grand scheme of things, there's more dusties, because we know when we're talking about worth and net worth, there's more people that make less money. So yes, it's easy for him to attract his little minions that's going to support the things that he's saying, because that's the majority of them.
And they look up to that. They look up to that. They look up to him. Oh, he's driving a fancy car. Look at him. He's doing this. He's doing that. And they look up to that and inspired to be that. And as far as the weave situation, I wore weave for many years. I went natural 10 years ago. And I'm going to tell you where I get the most attention. White men and Africans. And when I say that, they hate it.
Oh, they
these
can't
men
stand
want
it. They
want
that.
the baddies. They want the women with the weaves, with all that makeup, all this, that, and the other, and they're beautiful women. But I get more attention from white men and Africans. I'm dating an African now. I get way more attention from them through demographics of men. But I'm gonna get on from here. I'm a new subscriber too, so
okay, thank you
for me in the chat.
Okay,
and thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, Lakeysha, I'm gonna head out too because I know you gotta do your other video. So thank you for having me up. It was nice talking with you too, Kyle.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Chat.
No, but Lakeysha, I was just gonna say, like, it's wild seeing everything that's going on the internet and just seeing how they're tearing these women down. And it's people that look like him. And it's never somebody that's like drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, let's talk about this one. He might not like black women. He told a story how he was taken advantage of by a black lady in his neighborhood as a kid, allegedly.
Yep.
I mean, but damn, you gonna make every black lady in the world pay for that? I mean,
no, but it's Lakeysha is real. Like I've had some lesbian friends, and I'm not saying all lesbians are like this, but there are some lesbians I've met, not all. Some of them hate men because they've had like SA situations when they were kids from a man. So they've grown up with this hate or this distrust for men.
Right.
So you never know how people internalize it.
Right. Somebody else was saying that they believe he rage bait. Now, y'all know what rage bait is. It's when you go online and you pretend to, I'm like, I mean, I guess, but I don't think he rage bait. I think this is real. I mean, if y'all see that video that I did where he was like, I hate you hoes. I don't know how he could have faked that. That looked real. Like that looked real.
Yeah. But it's very strange to me. I think it's like what Janica said in the comments. I think it's a personality disorder because, like I said, if you look this up,
that's so crazy. She said, yes, that's what narcissistic sociopath men and women do. Y'all know what though? I should have recorded that. He was on a panel and the girl said something to him. Oh, she said, I think she called him a narcissist. He said, no, I'm a sociopath.
Yeah.
I should have did it out.
And when they tell you that, believe them. Because a lot of times they will tell you stuff and they're not lying.
He said, yes, he did. I was like, why didn't you do a clip on that? He said, no, I'm a sociopath. I was like, he did say that though.
Lakeysha, it's called antisocial personality disorder. So actual like disorder, and it can come from trauma. And a lot of times with narcissists or sociopaths, they have to have a victim. They can't be alone. They always are in a relationship or chasing somebody or more than one person at the same time. And they love a person like his wife, somebody that they can hate, but they just keep at home and is going to make sure that they keep them company and always is going to be there, but they're always going to be chasing other things. And it's very sad. It's extremely sad.
Well, he says, and that was another thing that kind of piqued my attention because he was like, I ain't never getting a divorce. He kept saying it in different videos. And I was like, well, if you in your relationship and you confident, why you got to keep saying you ain't never getting a divorce? I thought that was kind of odd that he continued to say, I ain't gonna never get a divorce in multiple videos over the years though. So I was just like, why you keep saying that?
Well, Lakeysha, I don't think you're aware of this disorder. It's actually now more known nowadays than back then. Back then, people just had to deal with it. Literally, it's called supply. So whatever victim they have is called supply. They need to have emotional reactions, whether it's dramatic or sadness. They need a fuel source. And his wife is that. She's never going anywhere. She's sick. and she's always going to be around. So he knows he's dependent on that. So with how narcissists and sociopaths work, when they find a new source, they got to love bomb them and start from scratch. And with his wife, he doesn't have to do that. So he knows that she's always going to be there. So she's convenient.
Right. And if you look at like, because when I was watching his wife's videos, you can tell that, I mean, she really seems like a really sweet person. You know what I mean? Like somebody who would actually put up with his shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he seems like a really, really, I ain't that, because I'm gonna bust you right upside your head. Okay. You is not gonna play with me. So you can tell that she's different. Like she definitely is putting up with that mess. You can tell.
No, but they have people that, I'm not trying to be funny. My father's wife, I gave her a checklist because there were certain things just clicking in my head, like something's off about my dad. Like he just likes to pick arguments, stuff like that. I gave her this checklist and she said he checks every single box. And my father had trauma from his father in terms of how he felt like he was treated. So he started lashing out. And this is what made him the way he is. Like he was in my life, but made my life a living hell. So like with them, they always have to have someone around. And he was able to stay with my stepmother because she would never leave. Her self-esteem was so broken that she wasn't going to go anywhere else. Even though my dad talks about his wife like a dog to everybody else.
Right.
Like, that's just how they are. They're not going to, unless they get actual therapy or medical help, and most of them don't. That's just what they do. And then a lot of them end up cheating. I mean, my father didn't really cheat, so each one is like different. But like he had a wandering eye. That's all I know. But all I was going to say real quick is that literally they like someone just to be at home, like that person with low self-esteem, and you don't reflect that, so you wouldn't attract that.
Right. So listen, Janica said, I had a baby by 2 different narcs and I almost lost my mind. Girl, listen, I'm telling you, she said, by the grace of God, I survived them. Now, here's another one, because this is the one that I want to address. He's messing with someone that's on the panel with him, and he's saltier. So that is what I heard. They said that he's messing around with somebody on the panel. I just don't remember the name. They did put it in the chat. So think about it. He could be messing around with somebody that's on the panel that knows that he's married and going, kind of keep it a little hush hush. But I did hear that from somebody else. I sure did.
That's what I just don't understand about people. Like, I've never been a person that likes to mess with people who I have to work with, because you got to see them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to keep it close, but I'm not into that, because when things could really blow up in your face, and he's married. So I just think, why would you be that stupid?
This dude, well, here's the deal. This man is on this damn YouTube all day. He putting out video after video after video. So I could kind of understand, why if he messing around, it would have to be somebody that's on YouTube, because I mean, he be on here all day, like literally. Yeah. And somebody else was saying, they're like, wait a minute, do we ever spend time? I was like, look, I was wondering how the hell you put out so many videos, but that's what they've said. And a couple of people have said that. A couple of individuals have said that he is messing with somebody on the panel, but they put the name in there. I just don't remember what the person's name was, but they did say that.
But Lakeysha, I think a lot of people that cheat are just very stupid, because even in my experience, when I had friends that were cheaters, it always blew up in their face. So I think that people should use more discernment, and they should be smarter about how they cheat. Like, do it in a town that you don't live in with somebody that has a burner number. You know what I'm saying? Like, why a YouTuber when they can just expose you if they feel like blackmailing you? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, you got a lot. Listen, somebody put in the chat also, it's hard out here. Everybody ain't going to expose you either. I mean, you giving a person a few dollars and, some people, they gonna do it. So
Yeah, but Lakeisha, some people, unfortunately, like we try to say sex is sex, right? But then sometimes people get spiritually intertwined and they end up liking the other person more than the person thinks. And then other things, delusional mindsets can come about and then it just crashes and burns. So like I just stay away from all of that because I feel like it's just too much to risk. But I get it. I see somebody in the comments saying that two married people is the best way to go. But I still think that things can get messy because we saw what happened at the Coldplay concert with the two married people.
But I don't think his wife will leave. And Tony, thank you. That's the name. They said Mika, but somebody spelled it Meka. Mika. That's the name. So Tony said Mika is on the panel, but he favors Molly. I gotta go find them on the panel. Let me go check. But that is exactly what I heard the first time. Mika. I just couldn't remember her name. But it most definitely was Mika. It was Mika. I gotta go look. I gotta go and look, which makes sense too, because one of them chicks kept laughing, and I was like, why are they not saying anything? So now I gotta go back and look.
But but Lakeisha, that happened. I don't want to bring up Joe Budden and stuff, but did you hear about his podcast? Melissa Ford is a hot mess. She messed with like two different of the panelists.
Yeah, I heard about Melissa.
Yeah, she messed with E-Manny, then she used to date Mark Lamont Hill, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to come to work and see somebody I used to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do though. Yeah, they do. I mean, unfortunately they do. I totally understand. I mean, but that's what they do.
Because you know how men are, they will get together and start clowning you.
Yeah, but I think with him though, if he is cheating, I don't think it will be that kind of party. I don't think he's going to, clown you or anything. I'm just trying to look back and see if I can find who they're speaking of on this panel here.
Oh, and Janica, you're right. They are narcissists are reckless, but I want to say to you, Janica, that they like to triangulate too. Like the person at home, they want to keep them on their toes because they want you in competition to feel validation. So that's another crazy thing that a lot of men like that do. And it's quite sad.
And Girl Speak said, epidemic of sinister STDs. Girl, listen, you ain't got to tell me because listen,
Yeah.
I'm good. Listen.
And Lakeisha, you always talk about your abstinence or you not messing with nobody. I'm with you because all these OnlyFans people, they be doing stuff raw.
You said,
and then,
wait,
and let me
what you say? All these OnlyFans people?
Yeah, they all hook up raw, and then there was a couple of people that got exposed because they gave a lot of people that they was collaborating with herpes.
I believe it. It's just I'm just starting to think, do anybody even use them anymore? I think that they don't. I mean,
I think that they don't care because PrEP and all this other stuff is out. But herpes, you can get it skin to skin contact.
I mean, yeah, kissing. I mean, anything. Yeah, I'm good. Listen, they can keep all shit.
Lakeisha, all them people on OnlyFans, they don't use nothing, which is crazy because you're doing at home videos, and I'm sure nobody's screening nobody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah,
that's messed up.
And that's how everybody's getting money now. So,
ooh, child, they going to hell with draws on fire.
Yeah, and they got super strains of stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, when Cardi B came out and said she was pregnant, I'm like, damn, don't nobody use condoms, girl? How y'all just raw dogging it, baby?
Well, I saw that today, and my concern with her is that I'm not trying to pocket watch nobody, but Cardi seems like she spends a lot of money and she lives a certain lifestyle. And yeah, she had a hit record, But a lot of these celebrities don't know what to do when that money stops. And she does do OnlyFans too, and I get it. But like, I just wonder how she's like, what's her long-term goal of keeping this lifestyle up? Because she's scared. She just dropped a new album, and it seems like she was scared to drop it because she low-key doesn't write her own music. So I don't know.
I think I found it, y'all. Ha ha ha. I found my well, let me see if she gonna come on.
And Lakeysha, I didn't know that Cardi's on her 4th. I didn't know she had 3 already.
Uh-huh.
My God.
Okay, y'all. So we have found these chicks, at least one of them. And I know Mika is one that he like, and I don't know if they, if he got something going on with them, but somebody did say that he liked Mika. So here are these girls, which is, I need to go back so I can see if I can see their names. Okay, so here is Molly, or Molly, is that how you say her name?
Somebody put Maui.
Yeah, so that's Molly or Maui or whatever. And look, with this Make America Great Again, big dummy. So that is
she's a part of MAGA team too.
I mean, she's sitting up there with a Make America Great Again, big
dusty. Oh boy.
So that is her. Now, I don't know who Mika is. We finna find out.
What's going on?
We about to find out who Mika is. Because
I wouldn't be surprised if he's MAGA too. He don't like himself.
Oh, he is. Oh, for sure. He says that all the time.
Oh boy.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just trying to find this Mika because I've heard Mika's name a few times.
And his poor wife, she probably, and there's so many different levels to this. She can't probably leave him for financial reasons, and he's the breadwinner. So there's a lot of different elements here of why she's sort of trapped. And like when you posted that video of her by the stairs, she was probably like, I wrote before, she was probably suddenly crying for help.
Something was happening, but I don't know who the other girl is. But like I said, I'm really trying to find her because that is the one that they told me about. They was like, oh, he like Mika.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, you didn't put it up on the screen.
Oh, shucks. What the heck am I doing? Okay, let me redo it.
And our icon photo is not up either, but.
All right, let me find it again. I just had it. Okay, I thought I shared it. I'm sorry. Okay, so I found Molly. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. But here is Molly right here. M-A-L-I. Can you see it? Am I sharing it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me see.
I'm going to remove the comment so you can see. Okay.
Oh, and she's on the damn panel with the hat on. What the hell is wrong with her?
I mean,
she's an attention seeker.
But yeah, that's so he represents Trump. He's the Make America Great Again. He says this on his channel all the time. So, people that's over there. Remember, I told you it's a lot of corny ass white people over there. So somebody put in the chat that he likes this lady, girl or whoever, with her weird ass sitting up there with that damn hat on. But
yeah.
I heard a few people say Mika. Now I'm trying to find Mika. Let me see if I can find her here. Mika, I can't find. Okay, so that's video 3. Let me see if I can find Mika. Let's see, is this a video or is it just him? I'm looking for the panel. Okay, here go the panel right here. So there go the Molly girl again.
Some confused black people.
Right. Here go the So I don't know who Mika is. And the crazy part is, I haven't watched any of these videos, by the way. So
Oh shit.
I clicked out the live, but okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're back.
I clicked the dang on out of the live, child. But I was sharing, but I accidentally clicked the wrong video. I mean the wrong button. So what I was saying is I don't know who the Mika girl is. I was trying to find her. Let's see if it's on
What's
here.
going?
Yeah, this is the Molly. Yeah, I don't know who Mika is.
Yeah, he got a car, so he feel like he's stunting.
But they keep saying that it's the Mika. So let's see if we can find her here. Yeah, I don't know who she is. So we're gonna not be able to find Mika.
But somebody in the comments said something. I wrote something about this before, and I don't know if this is controversial because I have some dark-skinned stepbrothers, but I've always noticed that a lot of dark-skinned men have complexes about their complexion, and it's understandable because light skin, dark skin, but then they always end up fetishizing these light skin, biracial, or the same aesthetic of girls. And I think that's so true because my stepbrothers always made fun of me and always picked on me. But then one ended up with a biracial woman, one ended up with a white lady, another one ended up with, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's funny that you brought up this girl on the panel, and I'm like, they all go for the same type of girl. What is that about?
Right. So somebody put in the chat that he's always defending the Molly girl.
Oh, somebody said they sent you a picture of Mika.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. I gotta go check my Instagram. I found her, Keisha. She's on the most recent videos. Mika is? Okay, let me go back and look because I don't know where. Let's see here. Okay, there you are. All right, let me go look again. You said the most recent one. Now, okay, let me try it again then. Let's see. You said the most recent one, the one for 4 dang on hours. All right, let me see this. So you gotta probably give me the date because this is the most recent one. That was actually the first one that I did.
She said yesterday's.
Does she go by another name? Because this is yesterday's. It says Carrie, Kimmy the Gemini, Slimy, and Molly. So you just had her up.
Divided black video.
Divided black bit video. Okay, let me go back. I must be okay. Let's go back. Let's try.
Oh, so maybe he must have had 2 yesterday.
Oh, you said not on the panel. I sent you a picture of him and Mika. Okay, let me go look. Because maybe once I see the picture. Okay. Let me go back and look on Instagram. So they sent me. So okay, I see it. Ah, that's the one. This is the one that I see. Okay. Now
how does she look? Is she very pretty?
I'm about to show you. I mean, she ain't all that. I mean, this is the Mika one is the one that he was cozy with in another video. So that's the Mika.
Oh,
okay.
You know he's paying for her. Come on.
That's the Mika chick. Okay.
He is paying for her. He's emptying his account for her.
This is the one that I saw him all cozy with, honey. And listen, this one will definitely be a side chick for the right price. She would definitely be a side chick for the right price. He definitely something. Look at his eyes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And mind you, look at she not posting no photos of him, but he's like, damn, I made it.
This was the picture that I saw of him with this woman, and I was like, why is he so close to her? So that's Mika. Okay.
Tony, she is attractive, but it's the aesthetic. Like I was talking about before, there's this thing about dark-skinned men. They have a complex, and they're all going for these lighter-skinned women that have a certain aesthetic. And I don't know if it's Instagram driving this or what, but it's like, for instance, Lakeysha, I think Drea is okay looking. I come from New York City. Drea. We have a lot of like Latino girls, like Dominican, Puerto Rican. Yeah, Drea from Basketball Wives.
Oh, I think, I never said, I think Drea is nice looking.
No. But I'm saying that men like him are the reason why she's so popular, because they get a girl like that, they're like, oh, we made it. But I'm like, in New York, we got girls that look like they're walking down the street every day.
Right. So, I mean, I don't think the chick is all of that beautiful or anything like that. But what I am saying is, there, like you said, there are some men that feel like light skin is in. I don't think like that. But the reason why I said, oh, okay, I get it, because like you said, some of the darker skinned men think they arrive when they got some light. She ain't even got to be light and cute. She's
Right.
light. You know what I mean? Some of them think that. Now, somebody put in the chat that was Molly or whatever, but this is her. Those are two different people, right? She doesn't look as light as that other girl.
No, yeah, they're two different girls.
Yeah.
But I also think there is this obsession with like Latin women too. And it's sort of like, I know that certain parts of the country don't have like Puerto Rican and Dominican girls like we got in New York. So it's like those men see those Colombian, Puerto Rican, Dominican girls, and they're like, ooh. So it's like, I see that a little bit in that Mika girl. Like, she might just be biracial or something, but they like fetishize that. And now he feels like he arrived. And I'm like.
And then get this. Now you are married, right? So he's married. And let's say he is messing around with both of these chicks. I'm sure they'll let him. I mean, if you pay it, like we're in a new age now. Women will mess with a married man if he's paying them money. They will. They do it all the time. I mean, absolutely they will. And they'll be quiet and won't say nothing. I mean, they do this all the time. So, you know, he could feel like, you know, he got something going on. But one thing that I know for sure is he's online all day. Like, he is literally online all day. Because I've been watching his page and I've been like, damn, didn't this Negro say he work another job? He's lying. He could not work another job. There's not how. How could he work another job?
Well, I was reading something. They were saying people with personality disorders have like sleep issues. So this guy I was messing with that was like a banker, he used to be up all night. Mind you, working like 60 hours a week. So
that's
some
crazy.
people.
You said that, and you are not lying. You know what this dude said? He said that he had gotten 2 to 3 hours of sleep. And he said he had did it for years. I thought he was lying. I'm like, this nigga is just lying. But he did say that. He said that he would get 2 to 3 hours of sleep. He said he was doing YouTube, and also something about they had like a restaurant or something. He did say that. He did say that.
And also, that's the crazy part. That's why Kevin Samuels passed away, because he was drinking all those Red Bulls and he had that heart issue. And you're doing too much. You gotta listen to your body, and you gotta go to sleep.
But dude did say that. Somebody said he says he's always at his apartment. Yeah, he did say that. He said that, you know, he was literally getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep. He said that.
And he's probably working remote too, so it's a lot.
All right, let's see. Somebody sent me some screenshots here. Let's see what it says. Can I make this bigger? Oh, y'all not ready for Mika and Anton Daniels.
She probably a college girl, like, oh, I gotta get my tuition paid.
Okay. Look at those 2 screenshots I just sent you with his hands on Mika lower back. I think that's the one smart cookie that I saw before. Yep. I think I saw those. You said on her lower back. I can't see it. Can I make this bigger? Let's see. Can y'all see my screen? You can see it.
Oh, that's her? Wow. So she's a news reporter.
It says, oh, y'all not ready for Mika and Anton Daniels. Thank you for bringing me out to Detroit and having me on the Don't Do Coke in the Bathroom podcast.
That's the name of his podcast?
I have no idea what that is. Oh, you know what, Smart Cookie? I cannot see it, because if you look at what you sent me, for some reason, the picture you're trying to show me is covered up by this other one. So I really can't see it. But I believe I saw that picture somewhere before. So I kind of know what you're talking about. I think this is the picture that I saw, and I was like, oh, this one is inappropriate. Yes, he definitely, more than likely, banging her. Yes, I think I saw that picture somewhere else. And I was like, wait a minute. This looks a little inappropriate.
So the YouTube channel is his podcast, and it's called Please Don't Do Coke.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it, Smart Cookie. I'm so sorry. I don't know what she's talking about Please Don't Do Coke. I have no idea. But this is the one
I saw
that
a picture of him hugging her, and it says that in the background. Yeah, that's it.
Look at this one. So look where he got his hand at, right there. Come on now. Why does man?
And come on, she got the Lululemons on. Come on.
Look where his hand at though. Yeah, he definitely. And this is the one that they've been telling me about. Mika and Anton Daniels back at it. Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Let me in my head. This is yeah. So that is Mika. This is the one that I first saw with him. I saw this picture, but I was like, why he's so close to her? And now it confirms what they had been saying. They was like, yeah, he liked Mika. Dusty self. Yes.
So he flew her out?
So from what I'm gathering is he flew her out. Yeah.
That's what I was gathering too.
Yeah, he flew her out because that's not the name of his. I mean, if we go to his page, those are not his. He has a more, let me go look at it, but that's not the name of his. Like if we would go and look here at his, I know that's not the name of it, but I'm just going to share my screen. So if we look at, and this is kind of how I, kind of found him, but this is one.
So Lakeysha, he has something against you now.
You said me? Why you said that?
Because you said that, remember you were saying earlier before that, like somebody was watching your stories or something?
Well, when we do videos on YouTube, other people see it. So I'm sure he saw the videos that I did about him and he told his wife to make her page private. You see what I'm saying? So, right. I mean, so this is his main page, but if you scroll down here, here's his other pages. You see what I'm saying? So his page name did not represent, what she had said. So I'm assuming he probably, had flew her out to do whatever it was that, she was doing at the time. But it looks like.
Wow, he has like 4 different channels. And you saw the topics. He was like, never tell her everything. Man, you've been married for 20 years and you talking this rhetoric?
Yes, exactly. So it makes sense now. I was wondering, I said, somebody was like, Mika, who the hell is Mika? I said that too. I saw that picture yesterday. This man, and that's crazy because I saw that at first and I was like, who is this lady? But it kind of got out of my memory and I kind of forgot about it. And then when I saw his wife, I forgot that wasn't the lady. But now that I'm coming back to my memory, I saw that picture of him with his, his hand right there. And I was like, that looks so inappropriate. But yeah. Yeah. And other people was telling me, they said, I noticed that now Anton is saying that, it's okay to get a divorce once your kids get older. So,
well, and the crazy part is his wife is allegedly sick. So there's another feature. We don't know if she's working or not. He might be the sole breadwinner. It's a mess. So he's getting ready to, like in narcissistic relationships, they discard you when they don't have any use for you anymore. And she's in a very vulnerable position because if she needs him for the health coverage and all the other stuff like that, and she doesn't have no type of work or anything like that, like it's a mess.
Yeah, but they've been married for 20 something years. So I mean, judges would still award him to pay for stuff like that. So that's not.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, the living situation during the divorce, and if he drags it out.
Bridget, so what you're saying is correct. His wife's name is Sharita. We were talking about specifically 2 women that's on his panel, And I have been told by a few people that he like this woman named Mika that's on his panel. Now, I had just showed y'all some pictures of him kind of touching on Mika like by her waist, and it looked really inappropriate. So we were kind of talking about Mika, and I think her name was Molly, because people were saying that they did tell me about Mika. I didn't know about Molly until tonight, because they said, I guess, you know, he like her too. So, but his wife name is Sharita, and they call her Rita. So you are correct.
Yeah. Maui or Mally or whatever her name is, he's paying her bills. That's what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. Listen. These girls don't care, honey, if you married, as long as you paying some bills. Hi,
Okay.
it's Rita. It might be short for Sharita. Yes, her name is Sharita, and I'm going to tell y'all how I know. I'm going to show y'all something. This is how I know what his wife's name is. I'm going to show y'all something. Google is awesome. So I'm going to show y'all how I know. Her real name is Sharita. Okay, so let me show y'all something. This is his father. Let me see here. I'm telling y'all, I was researching. I'm like, who is this man? Because I need to find out. Okay, so this is his dad. Okay, this is his dad that passed away right there. Can y'all see that? Yeah, that's his father. So what I did is I brought up his father's obituary. This is his father, Thaddeus. But if you go down his father's obituary right here, it tells you, you know, the people who he left behind. And
Yeah.
then if you go, this is how I figured out his wife name. Because if you go here, where is it? I know I saw it right here. Anton, it says Daniels, Anton Sharita Daniels. So that is her
Oh
name.
my.
Yeah, her name is Sharita. You always hear him saying Rita. So her real name is Sharita. So it's right there. So yeah, that is absolutely true. Now, also what I've been told is something happened to his dad at work, and they got a whole bunch of money. So people were saying that he's acting like he got it out the mud when he started on YouTube with a lot of money. So I was like, oh, okay. So somebody
Yeah, that's
said
probably
Molly
where
is
he bought the
married.
car.
Somebody said Molly is married. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I just read too. And I'm like, it's getting messy.
There's a girl named Kim. She's on his panel sometimes, but she's at his disposable. So he has instructed the wife to make her page private. Yes, girl, smart cookie. Her page is private. When I did this video yesterday, the lady's page was open. So now her page is private, and she has made it private. So you cannot see any of her pictures. Her page
And you
is
know
private.
probably why? Because he wants to be living his single life and he doesn't want these girls, you know,
Well,
investigating him or looking up
no.
his whatever.
Absolutely. This is what he said on Instagram. I had showed y'all, I'm sorry, not on Instagram, on his YouTube page. He said some people was investigating him and trying to find things about him, and has sent stuff to his wife and told his wife she needs to divorce him. That's what he said. I had saw that on his page. This wasn't during the time I did my videos. He had did this about a year ago. So now her page, which was open yesterday, is now account private. So
But see,
he
the
has
crazy
told her.
part is, but see, she must be like really hooked on the Kool-Aid because Meta and Facebook and Instagram makes it so easy to find mutuals now because they connect your number with everything. So you could start seeing who to follow based on like mutuals and stuff like that. And she could easily see the girls that he's like messing with because they'll be like, oh, you know, this one is a friend of Anton.
Here's the deal. If your husband can tell you to make your page private, you ain't looking for no girls. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is make your page private, and I'm just gonna make it private. That's authority. So she ain't looking for no girls. This woman ain't looking for no
Yeah.
girls. She's not looking for no girls. I'm not saying your husband can't tell you to do things, but if I'm married and you tell me to make my page private, nigga, what you trying to hide? Like, why you telling me that? You see what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
That
But
don't
he might have another thing coming if she gets tired one day and she just snaps.
well, she made the listen, her page was open, okay? This picture that you see is what I got from her page. Her page
No,
was
I understand
open.
that, Lakeysha. I'm just saying one day she's like, okay, I'm tired of like living this lie, and I'm like, I'm over my life, and I'm just gonna snap. Like,
Listen, smart cookie tripping. Talk about I bet he makes them women call him Big Papa.
I know it'll be somebody like him making them girls call him daddy.
I mean, they look a little slow, so they'll probably do, and say anything. But yes, I think that it is definitely something going on with this chick based on that picture, because that is the second picture that I have saw him on. And look, that's so inappropriate. Look at this. This is so inappropriate. Like, come on now. This is so inappropriate. Why would you have your hand right there? Y'all know
No,
he hitting that.
definitely.
He
But
definitely hitting that. Like, look where his hand is.
but
Why would your
also,
hand be right there?
but Miss Make America Great Again. Maybe is she tired of how, because Virgo Parker, did you see in the comments, Virgo Parker said that what's it, Molly's husband is white and she got
Oh, I
the
saw
MAGA
that.
hat. So maybe she goes to him to get away from her white husband. I don't get, like, there's a lot going on.
And somebody said the wife doesn't care. Absolutely, she don't care. If your husband can come to you and say, make your page private, come on now. If you told me to make my, first of all, he knew he could tell her to make the page private and she was gonna make it private with no questions asked. So that woman ain't looking for nobody. She ain't looking for nobody. The man said he's never getting a divorce. I mean, I feel like,
Or
look,
he's territorial of her because he's doing the dirt himself.
I mean, first of all, why you had to tell her to make her page private? I ain't send that woman no messages.
That's how they usually are. They be the ones spreading it out and doing everything they doing, but then they want you to make your page private because they suspicious of you.
And here's the deal. This is how you know she don't care. Let me have a damn husband and you out here with your hand on somebody's back. Like, what?
Well, Lakeysha, I think this is what it is. I think she doesn't work, and
She
he's the
doesn't work.
sole. Yeah, he's the sole breadwinner, so he's broken her down to a point where she has nowhere to go, and he's probably financially abused her and gotten her so broken to a point where she has no. And then imagine, just throwing this out there, a lot of times these men will move you to another place where you don't have no family or no support system, and you're just stuck. So I don't know her story, if her family's in Detroit too, but she might not have no resources in terms of like, hey, let me get the hell out of here and let me pack my bags and go somewhere.
And also, too, they say they don't live in Detroit. And even let's say that's not even the case. Don't nobody want to tell, that people don't want to talk about that. Like, even if, this would be happening, don't nobody want to tell their family, like, nothing like that.
That's crazy. What's the point of having family? Like, that's insane. That
You
she
know how
can't
they
even
gossip.
call.
They gossip. You know how family they
Yeah,
gossip
they
too
do.
much. You
Yeah,
don't
I
want to
agree
tell
with
them.
you.
They gossip
But
too
it's
much.
sad when you ain't got like a mom or somebody be like, okay, I got to get the hell out of here.
They said the
No,
wife already knows about his side chicks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, if you can tell your wife to make your page private, come on now. I'm gonna be like, what? Because
but
when your page is private, you can't send a person a message or anything. So
so
you can't.
Lakeysha, you think he's psychotic enough where he's gonna break and try to unalive her?
So I the only thing I have is this right here. Okay, this is in terms of that. I mean, I just have that video, y'all. Y'all know that video. This one. I just got this right
Get the
here.
out of here.
Yeah,
Sick
smart
of
cookie.
these
I was
hoes,
thinking the
man.
same thing.
I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up on here and think that they can say to me. What are you talking about? I hate you hoes.
Who was he talking to?
Like being married to Anton.
Okay, so what you see here is they're on a panel
No,
similar
I
to,
know. But I'm like, which woman was he talking to?
well, the woman that he was talking to left the panel because he kicked her off. And that
Oh
was,
wow.
yeah, so he's still carrying on. She's not even on the damn panel anymore. And guess why well, I shouldn't say he went off on her simply because of actually nothing. He was actually disrespecting her, and she just simply said, I would never have you. And he went crazy. Like he went all the way crazy. All the way crazy.
And then using that masculine energy thing to deflect.
So they say they live in Ann Harbor. So when you say, would he unalive his wife? I mean, did you see this video? Did you see this one?
Yeah.
So she said, listen to what she said.
Oh, wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry. He blacks out.
She said he a totally different person. When he angry, he blacks out. What
So
the
she's
hell
being
is that?
abused. Yep.
That's what it said. I mean, listen, when I said this looked like an abused woman to me, that's what it looked like to me. He blacks out. It takes a special type of woman to deal with Anton. Like what?
Yeah. And that's what I was saying, Lakeysha, she might end up snapping because he thinks he has her so controlled that she won't ever do nothing. But back to the other video where he was talking about the masculine women, I want to question, how do these women, like, I get it. I've been on a podcast before and I learned my lesson from it. But to get on a panel with somebody speaking like that, I would have checked out too. If I was one of them other girls, I'd be like, okay, I'm out. Because you sit here screaming about, yeah, go ahead.
Here's the deal. They're on a panel with not only women, but men, and nobody said anything. Like they all were literally sitting there laughing. And I'm like, what am I even watching? Like nobody is stepping in. Nobody. Like it was.
Yeah, they pick me.
Yeah, it was just like, it was bad. So that's why when they were telling me that he was allegedly messing around with somebody on the panel, I was like, okay, I can believe that. I can believe that because based on the videos that I saw, nobody actually stepped in. It was the one video that I just showed y'all where he was like, I hate you hoes. He went on and on and on and on. Keep in mind, the lady is not even there because he was like, I'm going to kick you out. So he kicked her out and then went off. At some point, one of the other guys was like, okay, but the dude hadn't said it all. Like he had went on and on. So it's like at this point, now you want to jump in and say something. Dude been going off for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then the way he was just, you could see a little bit of the blackout there. He was like, I'm sick and tired of you masculine women.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, you kick somebody out. Like, let's move on. Like,
yeah, she's gone. That's what I was saying. She's gone. Like but she never said anything inappropriate to him. She just said that, told him, I would never have you. But she responded to what he said to her, and he just went berserk.
Yeah, but that's why I think he's narcissistic. They don't like when you hold up a mirror to them. They need to be validated at all times. They can disrespect you. They can humiliate you. They can do whatever. But if you counter it and you counter, like, Lakeysha, I told this man one time, and I'm not this type of person. I never do this. He tried to call me out over something very, very dumb. And I thought we moved on from the topic, like, because he came over for dinner. But he blacked out on me one time about the same issue on his birthday. And he said, that's why I stopped talking to you for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, you know how me and you think? We're thinking, okay, you're not bringing it up. Or I think me and you have like similar personalities. If you don't bring it up, I'm just not thinking about it. So he started going off on me, and I was like, well, you need to get some hymns for the ED. This man blacked out and was writing me 7 messages, buzzing my door, texting me from fake numbers. They're crazy. They're really, really crazy. And they don't like to be called out. But it's like they don't feel any type of way about calling you out. And the stuff that they can go off about is crazy.
Y'all look at this shit. Look at this video. This dude right here. Look, black people are disrespectful. This nigga can't be no blacker. Black people are disrespectful. Anton and Mika argue over MLK legacy. Y'all, we gotta watch this. This nigga is, look at this.
Black person that you actually would say that they made the ultimate sacrifice for the betterment of the people?
Malcolm X.
How?
Oh, wait a
What do you
minute.
mean how?
I didn't share it. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta share it. This dude is he's disgusting.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. He's MAGA, so I have no expectations.
Anton, he was compromised, bro. He was compromised.
You can't satisfy people.
Oh, another thing, pop culture is Mika. I see why I kept missing her. I was looking for Mika, but it actually says pop culture.
Yeah,
Mika.
she's at the top.
It don't
It's
matter.
not about it's not about satisfying nobody. It's about the truth. He was compromised.
But if we're talking about civil rights,
Can y'all name anybody? Can y'all name any one person that y'all can cite within the last 50 years that's a black person that you actually would say that they made the ultimate sacrifice for the betterment of the people?
Malcolm X.
How?
Oh boy.
How substantial?
So MLK wasn't enough. So he's like, no, this dude is an asshole loser.
And if you saw, Mika was actually pro,
That's the one with the MAGA hat. Was it her?
No. Mika was actually debating him. The girl that he had like courtside and he was taking a picture with her.
That's Mika, right?
Yeah, she's actually like, no, like he's just an asshole.
So I guess he doesn't want to recognize any of our black. Listen to this.
To what I was trying to say.
You were cool.
Y'all two are talking about, or you are talking about something different than I was even talking about. So I was talking about the policies.
She's from New York.
From what Martin Luther King was doing. And Martin Luther King jumped on a bandwagon that was already actually in motion. But when
okay, so now girl, shut your ass up. So I don't know if you were paying attention to this, but if you see him on any other panels, when the women try to speak up, he goes crazy. So I don't know now if this girl is backtracking. These people are fucking weird. They are so
because
weird.
He's a narcissist. He has these panels, but if you're not validating him, then he goes off on you. And if you notice on all these panels, most of these people are looking quiet. They're looking like deer in headlights. And it's a one-way conversation.
Woo. So she started the backpedaling. So first she said MLK and
But Lakeysha, she's backpedaling because he's wiring her them checks. So, she on payroll. So
Right. He hates himself because he's not appealing and projects it on.
He's an Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. He a funny looking nutty professor looking ass nigga.
Yeah, it's Lakeysha is so crazy to me. It reminds me of Kanye West. I was talking to this guy and I was telling him when we were all modeling, Kanye West had a casting and he said he only wanted light-skinned, racially ambiguous models. And I try to explain this to this man. And he said, oh, it's just a preference. This guy I was talking to, I said, but Kanye's dark-skinned. That did not make sense to me.
Normally do. Normally it be the dark-skinned people that have the audacity to be weird like that. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like he reminds me of that energy because I'm like, damn, like you do not like yourself. And I'm saying this as a light-skinned person. I'm like, you of all people, like me, I have the somewhat privilege, and I'm not even going off, and you the one talking about what black person in the last 50 years, like you, what? Like,
listen, before we get off, y'all want to see something funny? This dude gets into a fight. Did y'all hear about? Did y'all see the video he did when he got into a fight with his nephew?
no.
Let me see what y'all said in the
And
chat. He gets into a fight with his nephew, right? And I was dying laughing. Somebody was like, "Look, Anton Daniels, his own family don't even like him."
I'm sure they don't. He's MAGA. But Lakeysha, how you 5'5" and fighting as a man?
Y'all, let's watch this. When I watched it, I was hollering. The nephew whooped his ass. Okay, let's just say that, because he got all kind of cuts on his face, right? And he was like, what had happened was he had glasses on. He said he had glasses
Lakeysha,
on.
5'5", and you fighting as a man.
Yes,
Like what?
His nephew, and got his ass whooped. He definitely got that ass whooped. Talking about some, his face is messed up because of his glasses. Let's get into it. Listen to this, y'all.
Right. And so she like, Anton, you shouldn't go live or whatever, so on and so forth. I'm like,
wait, let me start it over. Let me start it over, y'all.
What's going on, family? What we doing?
Look at his face.
I got a story to tell for y'all.
Oh, he got a cut on his nose?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I got a story to tell.
You
know what the funniest part about the whole thing is? You know what the funniest part about this whole thing is? Is that Rita, right?
Got beat up.
So she like, Anton, you shouldn't go live or whatever, so on and so forth. I'm like, nah, listen, I've been documenting the journey the entire time. It's no reason why I'm not gonna go live tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kick it, and I'm gonna break this story down for y'all really quick.
Y'all listen to the story. It's funny.
Thanksgiving physical fight. Nah. Well, I'll come to that part later because my brother just reminded me of something. So we over my brother's house. You know, I was down at the creative space earlier today. And we chilling. So I'm taking a nap. I'm just kind of knocked out on the couch or whatever. And they doing a name pool. And so in this name pool, I guess in the name pool, what do? They put a bunch of different names in a hat, and then everybody pick one or whatever, so on and so forth.
And you write out your Christmas list or 3 things you want, and then you put it in a bowl.
So you write out your Christmas. You heard Rita. You write out your Christmas list, and then you put 3 things in a bowl or whatever, right? And so it's a whole lot of family members. Is puppies, people bringing their puppies together. What is the name of them little puppies? No, the name. What kind of dogs?
Why does he think that this is interesting?
There's puppies everywhere. Yorkies. It's 3 different Yorkies all playing with each other. It's uncles, aunties. My mom is there. All of that other stuff. It's pretty much everybody was there at this point, right? So I'm sitting on the couch and I got my nephews. Now my nephews, my brother's kids, it's 2 of my 2 older brothers' kids. My 2 older brothers is 6 years and 7 years older than me. And so their nephews is some young dudes that I actually have practically raised myself, right? Has always been up under me, been in my life. One of my nephews, he works for me, right? So he works for me, one of my nephews. And so I'm sitting next to one of my nephews, and then there's one behind me on the couch. So I'm sitting on the couch, and then my nephew is behind me, and so he's looking at me because I woke up and I'm doing something on the computer. Anyways, he got this mic. This is so stupid, but I guess it just had to happen. He got this Michael Jordan type earring, and it got a pearl in it, right? It's like a pearl, and it's like a Michael Jordan earring, but he's super masculine or whatever. He not gay, but he got this pearl earring, and I guess it's like a style type of thing. Maybe it's a new nigga thing. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. It's some new thing. They wear a pearl. Niggas is wearing pearl earrings now.
Not necessarily the pearl, but that style, or kind of like
the cross hang.
I got some.
Yeah, but you're a girl. But anyways, so he got the Michael Jordan pearl earring, and he's like 20, 21 years old, so you know he's in his physical prime, right? And so he's sitting behind me, and so he's talking, and I'm talking to my other nephew, and so we talking about something that's on the internet, and I'm talking to my other nephew, and I'm like, yeah, because listen, if they seen that on the internet, maybe it's just my audience, they would think that that was gay. And so he was like, man, fuck them. Like, well, he didn't say fuck them yet. Let me take that back. He was like, I don't care nothing about these niggas. He was like, I don't care nothing about them niggas on there. He was like, and he was like, you old head niggas, y'all don't know nothing about nothing. Y'all don't know nothing about this, whatever. So he started talking about that. And I was like, listen, I don't really care. I said, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what the internet is talking about because you looking and trying to find out what they talking about. This is what's popping. And so he says, he doubles down, right? But he a little bit more aggressive this time. Now, keep in mind, this is a 19, 20, 21-year-old young nephew of mine, not the one that worked for me, but another one, right? You know, he got a job now, he brolic and all of this other type of stuff, right? And so he was like, man, you know, like, forget them old niggas, fuck them old niggas, whatever. And I'm like, you know, I look back at him because he over my shoulder and he behind me. I'm sitting on the couch and he's sitting behind, and he's standing up behind me, and he kind of leaning in over me. And I'm like, bro, what you talking about? He was like, man, you old niggas, y'all niggas always talking us all of this other stuff. I'm like, nigga, who you talking to? He said, I'm talking to you. I said, nigga, fuck you. Like, nigga, who you talking to? Put some respect on my name. You know who I am? You know, I ain't say all of that. But I was just like, nigga, fuck you. Like, who you talking? He said, nigga, fuck you. What you want to do?
This is funny.
Let me tell you something. Some of y'all may not be black that's watching this. Some of y'all may not be black that's watching this. I'm 40, right?
Oh, boy.
He's 20. He's half my age, right? Once it crosses a certain threshold, that's it. That's it. This is Thanksgiving dinner. My mom is over there cleaning up. Rita is over in the kitchen cooking. Everybody jolly. It just goes silent.
You so emotionally immature.
I got my glasses on, and I got two cuts. It's actually like a groove, and it's like a little scratch right here because I have my glasses on. It's on. It's up. It's up after that. He said, what you want to do? And the nigga standing behind me. It's on. I get up. He beeline around the couch because it's a real long couch past the Christmas tree. It's on. We don't say nothing after that. As soon as he walk up to me, I just grab that nigga by his neck and I just body slam him. I'm on top of the nigga and it's going up from there. I'm on top of him and it's going up from there. Naturally, you start hearing a bunch of cries. You know, the women is crying. My uncle falls over the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, the niggas is crying. My uncles fall over the couch. All of that other type of stuff. Now, my brothers, my youngest brother and my oldest brother, and then a bunch of other people, they grab us. They break us up. Soon as they break us up, he throw a hit and he hit me in my glasses. My glasses scratched my face. I don't know, my face is scratched. But you know what I don't think? I don't think that these young dudes. Now, shout out to him because I actually talked to him and we squashed it. Like, everything is cool. We was laughing about it. I was laughing. I was kicking it with him, and I said, "Yeah, I like that. You got hurt, little nigga. Like, I like that you got hurt. I don't like the fact that it had to happen during Thanksgiving. I don't like the fact that." If it was in the streets, it wouldn't have went down like that because you use de-escalation tactics. But when it's a young nigga that you done raised, you got it. He
is lying his ass off. It's going up
from there. Like,
he has knots on his forehead. He's talking about he got scratched.
Okay, what about the white man? They putting all in the chat. You ain't had that smoke for that white man.
A scratch, let me tell you something, Lakeysha, a scratch looks a certain way. Those are knots, like he got punched in the face.
Those are knots. Okay, exactly. He got his ass whooped. Look at them damn knots. Look at his face.
He didn't body slam.
It's going up. You're going to have to put some respect. It's almost like it was a long time coming.
Look.
Body slam.
He got two knots. He got two knots. Talking about if it was from the street.
He got, Lakeysha, he got three of them. If you look at it when he put his head down, He got like 3. It's one on his nose, it's one on his eyebrow, another one on the other eyebrow.
Virgo Parker said he's not ever been in those streets. Right, right. He lying. That's why he whooped this.
But Lakeysha, what pissed me off about this story was why did you need to make a video about this, number one,
About your
and you're
nephew.
40 years old,
About
number
your nephew.
2, and then it's like you didn't think to de-escalate first and be like, yo.
Right. Your nephew, though. This is your nephew. You act like this is your family. Like, why are you out here talking about your nephew? When I saw this, I hollered.
And the fight really didn't start off with nothing. Like it really had no reason to like. It's not like somebody called somebody a name because of the internet said this story is just dumb.
It's
like,
dumb. I mean, all he said is you old niggas. Like, how did that go from that to you want to fight him? When I saw this shit, I was like, this dude is really, really crazy.
A clown.
Really crazy. Somebody said, especially being in Ann Arbor, Michigan, being in the streets, right?
Yeah, but you know what, Janica, he probably lives in Ann Arbor, but he went to go visit his family in Detroit and got his ass whooped. That's what happened.
When I saw this shit, I was hollering. I said, what the fuck am I watching? Is he really on here talking about his nephew? I'm like, you could tell his wife, that was her in the background. She walked somewhere. He had been running that mouth all day, right? Virgo Parker, he's been running that mouth all day.
If I had some knots on my forehead, I'm not filming no video of myself.
Right. It's dumb. It's dumb. The whole video is dumb. Supposed to be, yeah, if it was in the street, it wouldn't have went down. Like, man, take your soft ass. Somebody in the street wouldn't even be saying that. Get out of here. Get out of here. He made
over
this
the
video.
internet.
Right. Somebody said he made this video because he didn't want to get exposed by that nephew. That's why he made it up with the nephew. Nephew would have went to the internet and finished him. Right. Yeah, this was dumb.
He's overcompensating.
Right.
So it's like, what 40-year-old is bragging? I stay away from them young boys. Like I stay because they just are crazy.
Right.
It's not even because I can't fight. It's just they wear those ski masks. You don't know if what they're going to do to you, and you can fight. You know what I'm saying? They're just a different breed. You 40 years old bragging about fighting them, like who? And you're married,
right? With some glasses on. So you did all of that, but didn't take your glasses off. Come on now. You did all of that, but didn't think to take your damn glasses off. Come on now, dude.
And in the streets, you would not be alive. They don't even try to fight you no more. They just go for the pow pow.
Right. The crown jewel. It is. I wish I can find that comment. I know I'm not going to be able to find it, but a lot of white people. And here's the deal. The white people follow him because of his content rooted in hate for Black people. So it really validates what they feel. So they like, oh yeah, he's Black. Yeah, he says it. So it's validation for them. It's validation. The white, because she knew.
He's like those light-skinned twins that are them conservative twins. What's their names?
I don't know. They Black?
Yeah, they used to be bodybuilders, and then they got played on the internet when they try to ask if they could move to the all-white town, and they were still told no.
No.
They thought they was cool enough to ask for an invite, and the man who was ruling that all-white town still said no. Like, I was like, this is just sad. Like,
I don't even know who that is. I have no idea.
They're called like the something twins. They're like light-skinned. They're bodybuilders, and they do the same thing as him. Like they get on and they start talking about Black people, and
they're on YouTube.
Yeah, what's their names? They're the something. I'm gonna look them up right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
They are sad. It's really sad to just see how many like self-hating people's out here.
Right. Yeah, they it's a few channels like that. I said I'm gonna go and start looking for them. There's a few channels out here. I don't even know how he came into my algorithm. I was just like, oh, let me see who he is. And I was like, oh, hell to the no. What is this?
They're called the 𝐻𝐻𝐿_twins. Yep. The comments is right.
Oh, I heard about them. They was putting that in my chat. Okay, they next. I heard about them.
Yeah, it's all these YouTubers trying to look for validation. And it's like at the end of the day, they're still never gonna like you.
Somebody told me about them. I have not watched their content, but they were putting that in my chat. They definitely put those guys in my chat, but just haven't had the opportunity to watch them. So I gotta dig into this Mika, see what else I can find on him and this girl Mika, because somebody else did tell me. A few people told me about her, and they're more than likely he seems to probably have something going on with her.
Oh, I'm sure he does. That's why she backpedaled. And it's quite crazy how he's having them panels and them people are afraid to talk. But they're probably just using his channel for exposure or something.
Somebody put that in the chat too. I didn't read it, but they put in the chat that the people on the panel are afraid. I mean, we just saw that with the girl Mika. Like, she literally said, he asked her a question. She said Martin Luther King and then backtrack. Girl, stand on what you said. Like, why are you on a panel if you feel like you can't say? What's the purpose of the panel if you can't say what you like? Come on now, this is stupid.
Well, Lakeysha, I learned my lesson with that on a podcast. I did an interview on a podcast, and the girl was a little bit crazy. There's some people that their platform's their platform, and and I don't think there's a purpose of a panel if you can't voice your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ask me to come on a panel if I'm not able to keep it raw, or, like, I'm always going to be respectful, but like, how are you going to ask somebody a question and then you want them to answer it the way you want it to be answered?
Or you don't like what they say, and now you got an attitude because you didn't like what they said. Come on now. Yeah, some people like that. I mean, I don't understand why women are even on his panel, how he have attacked they ass, but that's a whole nother question. Somebody said Virginia Parker says the whole panel will backpedal, and we saw that.
Yeah, I feel like somebody should try to befriend him and then get on there, play it cool, then start voicing their opinions, then just black out on his ass. That would be funny as hell. I might actually make like a burner account to do it.
You know what? So let me just tell you what I've learned from watching his videos. You ain't gonna get too many words in because he gonna mute you. He does not like to be. So this is what I learned from him. If he asks, like, let's say y'all having a question and you respond, and let's say you can actually give an adequate response for what you're saying, he don't like that. It becomes an argument. And that's how most of the arguments started with him and the other women, because he would ask them a question and they would tell him what they thought, and he didn't like it.
But you know what? How you should get to him is, remember how I love watching Charlemagne and Dame Dash, because Dame Dash kept talking about, oh, you gay, oh, you gay.
Man,
Charlemagne got in his head. Charlemagne was trolling him.
But he was
like, well, if I'm gay, you're broke. Like,
wait a minute. He said, that was too funny. I hollered. He said, you are gay.
Yeah, but Charlemagne got him. He was like, well, if I'm gay, you're broke. He said black men can't be gay. Like, he was, because Dame Dash is such a narcissist too. Like, this man was sitting here over explaining about business because everybody in the streets, everybody in New York is talking about, okay, Dame Dash fell off. He's got all these lawsuits he's dodging.
Right.
And the only thing you can throw around is somebody being gay. And yeah, it was funny to some people, but if you looked at the masterclass of how Charlemagne was getting him tight, the way Dame Dash kept getting up from that chair, then he had to keep coming back to, oh, I'm going to leave. it's like you got all these man children in this world. They don't know how to act. Like, sit your ass down. Read somebody with intelligence. There's so many things you could have came. And the thing about Charlemagne, he owned every little thing. He said, yes, I ran because it was 6 different guys.
He said, you ran. I was just getting my ass whooped. He was like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That was funny. I was laughing so hard.
But I was laughing at what Charlemagne said to Dame Dash. Did you hear what he said? He said, that's why you got all that head trauma to this day.
They said a lie. It was a lie. I'm sure I missed some of it because I was laughing.
Yeah, Charlemagne was doing these little quips. So he was like, that's why you got that head trauma to this day.
But then they did him dirty, though. They do too much at the Breakfast Club because then when he left, they gonna go put it on their page. Somebody he lied. I'm just like, y'all need to.
He did.
Stop. But
that's the thing too.
Go back and check it though.
No, like, but see, that's the thing about you being a narcissist. He came on there and disrespected the whole panel. He went off on all of them, talking about y'all don't know business and let me talk and da 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 da. See, this is why y'all are stupid, and then didn't think that people was gonna fact check it. Well, like, look, if you get on a public platform, you know that you got to be legit, and that's how New York is. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Can y'all wait a minute? I'm finna play the audio. I want to see if y'all can hear it. Let's see. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear it? Can you hear that?
Oh, it hasn't popped up yet.
No, but can you hear the audio?
No, not yet.
Okay? So it's only okay. Let me share it. Then it was too funny. Let me share it. Okay, that was so. I was hollering. So I was in the car. I was screaming.
Charlemagne wanted him to look stupid.
Every time I was launching something with my family office, he sent a letter saying that, I'd owe the money, but it was my family office, but it muddies the waters. So if you have a contract, especially working here, and somebody sent a bum letter, as soon as it's a lawyer, it shuts down. It muddies the waters. And I was about to make some major announcements. You want to hear one?
Sure.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now. And I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway. Again, you see, because he wants to trigger me. And I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy Revolt.
How do we know this is not Cap? We didn't see this on deadline.
Can you stop interrupting me, please? So deadline didn't make the announcement for this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT. So every time I was launching something with my family office, he sent a letter saying that, I'd owe money to my family office, but it muddies the waters. So if you have a contract, especially working here, and somebody sent a bum letter, as soon as it's a lawyer, it shuts down. It muddies the waters. And I was about to make some major announcements. You want to hear one?
Sure.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now. And I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
So let me see if I can find the rest of it. So they kind of went into it. I thought I was gonna see the part. Yeah, okay, here it is. When he was like, "You're gay." That shit was so funny to me. I was hollering.
I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening. Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy's not my OG.
Can you
That's
stop?
funny, though.
Can you stop?
Wendy Williams is your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace. And you should also give her props out of respect.
Oh,
but because we have different trauma, like, we're different. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that would, like, I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. And it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me. This
is hilarious. I love what you're doing. This is hilarious.
So what I'm saying is, you might, because you started in gossip, which is, you know, is very feminine, and you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff. Do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me. I don't tell people, like, and I'm not saying that's your way, but you're just not masculine. I've seen him. I've seen him run. I looked at a whole reel of, there's like a thing that says how many people bark. There's stuff that how many times you play with, talk about other people's genitals. You real masculine men don't do that. You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay.
Why do you have such a problem with gay?
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No. Yeah, that is why I pause. There's a lot of people like you. There's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not.
Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are. You're gay. Anyway. Now let me talk to you. Let me ask you. Let me say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
That was hilarious to me. I missed the part. He said you're broke. It was kind of fast. I heard it.
Yeah.
But Brian put something in the chat. I just made it go away.
They were saying you were mentioned or something, but not by name.
Brian Devers.
I didn't catch that.
You last night on his live. I was wondering who he was talking about. What he said. Put it in the chat.
Oh, you talking about Anton?
I think he is, because I don't know who he is. I think that's what are you talking about? Anton Potato Head Daniels? That nigga look like Mr. Potato Head for real. He look like Mr. Potato Head. Let's see. Let's find a picture of Mr. Potato Head.
But Lakeysha, look at the comment where the best bundles USA under the video that you put.
What is that? Let me look.
It's a long comment, but it really gathered Damon Dash up. It was like, I'm just going to use my critical thinking skills I learned in the 5th grade here. This interaction showed Dame's pattern of manipulation and disrespect. This man tried to undermine Charlotte and Envy's masculinity by projecting his own insecurities onto them. Dame repeatedly threatening physical violence without following through, and was him desperately trying to control the situation through intimidation and emotional pressure. It's a long comment, but basically, like Dame Dash kept, I want to fight, and Charlemagne was like, okay, let's fight. So I love that Charlemagne was just so calm, because it was like, Dame Dash is a huge narcissist. It's like crazy. It's like he let the industry get to his head.
So Crown Jewel, just so you know, so on YouTube, when we create videos, and I'm going to use myself for example, other creators see your videos. So for instance, if you remember, I told you that I saw Anton and I went to his channel because I was like, what is he doing? Now, I don't have him under notifications. I'm not subscribed, but if he do a video, it's going to show up on my stuff. So because the video was about him, he saw the video. He most definitely saw the video.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you were here, but I had originally mentioned that, I had went to his wife's Instagram page. Well, his wife's Instagram page was public yesterday. Now it's private. So of course he knows. Absolutely he knows. I mean, this is YouTube. A lot of people I may not know, but they have saw my video. So it's, a lot of times you will see, different people videos. So yes, I'm sure he has saw the video. Somebody mentioned, I don't know if he's still in here. Brian said he mentioned you last night on his live. I was wondering who he was talking about, but he said not by name. So I was wondering what he said.
So did you talk about him yesterday?
No, he said he mentioned me on my live, on his live.
No, I know, but I was like, so you did a video about him before.
I did do a video yesterday. I sure did. Yep, I did. I sure did. Yeah, we've been nailing this dusty ass to the cross. Talking about black women. Is you out your fucking mind?
But your
Y'all,
panel is 3 black girls. Like what?
right. And y'all standing up there looking like a fool. Now, here's the deal. If he had valid points, but the issue with this man is he's lumping everybody together. He's not saying I dated a black girl and this what happened, or I had an experience with this woman and it happened. How you gonna lump a whole group of people together into one? Like, come on now.
Yeah, but you know, Lakeysha, one of those comments said that something happened to him when he was a child. So maybe
Yeah.
some type of essay with some type of older black woman. And
I saw that, but I mean, this is what I also learned too. This is what I also learned, and not trying to make light of that. When you
yeah,
be an adult, we are responsible for our own mental health. Now, if he can get up on YouTube and operate how he's operating and let us know how all the black women ain't shit, you have to have some kind of common sense to know you are not operating in a good space. You got to get you some help. Everybody
right.
has some kind of trauma. I mean, while I, feel a little compassion, that's not an excuse. You see what I'm saying? That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
That's
And
not an excuse.
that's the thing too. There's this self-proclaimed narcissist who's like a YouTuber. He talks about that too. He talks about how he got to therapy and how he realized he was one. And same thing happened to him. He said when he was young, he was SA'd by some older like babysitter or something like that. And then he just took it out on all these black women. And I was like, this is crazy. So some of the guys I dated, I used to go to that guy for advice and to understand how these crazy type of guys think. And it's actually a mental disorder that they develop. So it's crazy out here.
Right. So I mean, like I said, I have sympathy, I get it, but at some point you cannot use that. I mean,
No,
this
I agree.
dude, but here's the deal. He got videos that he did himself where he's saying, y'all can't what he say? You can't have any excuses. So if nobody else can have excuses, he can't either. What
Yeah,
if he can't have none either? The only
but
reason he probably didn't mention your name is because people would come over to watch the videos on him and realize that you are speaking truth and unfollow him. This is what happened with me.
well, his channels to me are bizarre. Like I felt like when you even see his thumbnails, like something just seemed off. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see that one title? He was like, if you tell her something, like, did you see that thumbnail, Lakeysha?
There was a lot of them, but Brian, I want to address Brian. Brian, you are absolutely right because somebody wrote in the chat. I don't remember which video, but they was like, they put this in my chat. They said, I just sent them the video and I let them know something. They said, I was just like, okay, I don't even know what the person was talking about, but yeah. Somebody did in fact send them the video because I know they put that in my chat. They were like, these, and then this is the thing. This is a woman, like, girl, bye. But I mean, I don't care if he saw the video. Everything I said was correct. I meant it, okay? And what shade can he throw at me when he looked like, let me show y'all what he looked like. When he looked like this thing here. He looked just like this thing right here. This what he looked like. Right, that man right there. That's exactly what he looked like. That little man right there. So I mean, listen, the dude is foul. He needs to stop. You're sitting here dragging black women, and you have a daughter. You have a daughter. Now, I'm not saying that you can't address black women, but you need to address whoever the woman is that you're talking about because we're not all the same. You know what I mean? You need
I
to
agree with you.
address that woman. You're
But
making it seem like we're the same and we are not.
But Lakeysha, also, I think somebody else put in the chat about having a Napoleon complex. I'm 6 feet tall, so I can't relate to people that are like shorter. And that video about him fighting, there was so much overcompensation going on. Like there was just so much that I could not relate to because I've gotten into fights, but I'm like, oh, let me get to YouTube and just make a whole video about when I fought my little nephew. Like, what? You were 40 years old.
Right. The small man syndrome. Well,
Like talking about
they said he's
young
short.
𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐬 and stuff. Like, sit your ass down.
Right, with his little Flintstone looking ass. All right, y'all. I done went past my time. I will see y'all later. Thank you, Kay. Talk to y'all
Yeah.
later.
Take care, Lakeysha.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.